8. Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that...
Welcome back to Fox 2 News at 9 a.m. Time once again to get you caught up on your news headlines. For that, the Hamburglar.
It's your birthday. I'll let it pass. Thank you. No, I won't. I'll get you later.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Are these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's not
Where
my...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Come on, tell me who you are. I really wanna know.
One time, I opened up the microwave door and farted right into the microwave. I mean, I actually farted into a microwave.
From Jackhead to crackhead, you know that you're wrong, cause I can smell your body odor over the telephone. Now with your peanut head, you never be the best until you get your butt together, then you'll pass the test. For a nickel and a dime, you commit a crime, but when the judge throws the book, can you stand the time? Push a man on the corner dead selling death. You better stop your way of living and help yourself. Destroying all the youth each and every day. You ought to toss your butt in jail and throw the key away. You're a crackhead. No lie. Tell them again, EJ, what are they? Crackhead. Leave it alone.
Can your vagina be too wet? 100%. And here's how.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
And that's what you're watching, everybody. Welcome to Thursday and welcome to the Vibe Stream Show 275. What is good? Oh, shit. It's Thursday, y'all. I'm looking forward to having nothing but a good time with you. Let's go. It is Thursday, March 27th. What's good in the Stream Show hood? This is BF Live The Vibe. Stream Show 275. You ready to get down and have some fun for the next 3 hours today? Well, I hope you are, because we're going to do the damn thing that we always do. We're going to hang out with friends. We got some great articles, clips, and videos. And we got some friends backstage that are going to join us. So let's do the damn thing. Let's have nothing but a good time. Come on, man. You guys in a band, man? You guys in Poison, man? It's cool, man. It's cool. Well, I think this guy backstage, I know that he's a fan of the band Poison. So let's bring him in now. He's my friend. He's yours. He is the prop master. He is Scott Fitzpatrick. What's up, dude?
What's up, puppy friend? I like that. I like that song there you got in there.
How you like that? Yeah, man.
cool.
I figure I'm trying to like mix a little kind of beginning of the show song in, and so I thought about that one. I knew that you would particularly like that one.
Yeah.
We're getting the vibe going today, man. You know that's what it's all about. How you been, Scott?
Doing all right. Coming off a day of mostly rest from the internet. I pretty well took the whole day off of the internet yesterday, except for the boner show on the Lunatic Lounge. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. That and make a few Tammy videos, of course.
A few Tammy videos. I told you right before the show that I have no less than probably 6 of your videos in the hopper, and that's probably not all of them. That's why I'll show you some of them here when we fall down Scott's hole or whatever we're going to call this eventually, because it's more than Tammy. He's got his boy Cyrax in there, and so I think you spent the day down in the Tammy hole. It seems like, Scott.
Yeah. Seems like people's enjoying them, man, liking them, and I'm gaining subscribers like crazy off of them, and it's just kind of hitting right now. I hate to take the foot off the gas pedal.
You're doing the damn thing. You've been letting me know in our messages that you're getting like 1,000 views on some of these crazy Tammy videos. So we'll look at them. We'll check out Scott's hole. We'll fall down Scott's hole. I don't know. That sound right? I know. We'll keep working on that. But either way, we're going to hang out and have fun. I have the Vibe Not So Serious news stories. I got some, and also for those of you sports fans, it's opening day in baseball. So I know a lot of people are excited about that.
Oh yeah. You just remind me of something. I got a bet going on today with the Brewers and Yankees game. I got the Yankees, and if whoever loses has to completely shave.
Oh.
And with Andrew, of course, with Andrew.
Yes.
So I don't think any of us has seen. We was talking. I don't think any of us has seen Andrew completely shaved. We've already got a nurse on standby to shave him and stuff tonight. If that happens.
Wow, got the plan already. Well, the hair challenges have started already. I see with my signal right on time. It's been doing good for the last week or so, but it's going right. Scott, I'll hang on a second. I'll be here. But yes, it is the start of Major League Baseball season. We're going to start the show as soon as the signal recovers. I'll take some stuff out of backstage, like my opening liftoff reel. I hope you guys are ready to have fun. As soon as my signal gets ready to have fun, we're going to do the damn thing and hang out for the next 3 hours, Scott. The chats are piling up. I'm about to put the glasses on and go over run the element. We're going to hang out and do the damn thing today. Let me see. Come on, signal. Come on, signal. The glasses are going on. Here we go. All right, I'll give it a go. I'll try to run the opening liftoff reel. Let me know what you're up to, folks. I see there's 50 comments in the chat. It is Thursday, so let's do it, and let's get into it. This is BF Live, the Vibe Stream Show 275. This is the opening chat family check-in. It's Thursday, folks. It's opening day for baseball. If you care about that, let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Come on, signal. Come on. Come on. I see it. So I'm looking away, Scott, rather than trying to stare at the death for it to get good. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit gurgly and a little bit visually kind of moving kind of funny, but I can understand you.
Well, it should come through. Hopefully, it'll straighten itself out in a second. I'm going to go to the top of the chat in the meantime, and I'm going to see what everybody's up to on this Thursday, because we've got the great chat family in here. So let's see what that Thursday do. Come on, signal. Come on, signal. Come on, signal. Wait a minute. Turn off my poison. Oh, come on. Come on, signal. You can do it. Come on, signal.
While you're waiting on the signal, I can give you some stolen valor that me and Bobby did pertaining to that poison. Me and him we had a breaking down car and we was on our way to a Poison concert when we was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled off the interstate to put some water in the radiator probably.
Right.
And I had a guitar, always carrying a guitar around with me. And we were sitting down on a picnic table waiting for the car to cool down, and I was playing a guitar, and some people, as they'd walk by, they'd ask, they just assumed we was in a band or something. And so we was telling them that we was in Poison, and and we had long conversations with these people, man.
Wow, it's like the beginning of the Poison video goes, "You guys in the band, man? You guys in the Poison, man? It's cool, it's cool, man. You're actually in a band, man."
Yeah.
Stolen Poison Valor. Well, I know I see my signal's finally getting better.
I was trying to buy you some time.
You certainly did, man. You are a pro bro. It also, every time I hear Poison, it reminds me of the horrific scene. I'm only going back to imagine what a young Bobby Nick was told us he was doing to that poster back in the day before he figured out that they weren't guys or weren't women. And then what he did after that when he figured out that he didn't care either way.
Yeah, he kept on going.
He sure did. He kept on going. For the Poison, those androgynous guys, Bobby Nick has told us some stories about what he did to that good old Poison album cover and that poster he had back in the day. But maybe he can come along and regale us with that story. But until he does, let's begin with the opening chat family check-in. I ran the thing while we were underwater, so let's go. I'm going to hit the post. And we're going to begin a Thursday with the opening chat family check-in. We're going to have some Terry Nee knowledge breaks coming up. We're going to fall down Scott's rabbit hole and a lot more fun to be had. But it all starts with the knowledge break. It all starts with the opening chat family check-in. I remind you, as always, that my PayPal preset donate options are at the top of every chat. Thank you very much. P-Cunt has always been first in the chat for the last week or so. Goonie Goo you begonias, unga bunga, and what do you gano. And today I say, what do you gano, my friend, P-Cunt. Thank you. What are you going to Pecan? Thanks for checking in first today on The Vibe. And thanks for checking in second with a most generous and colorful $2 super chat. And he goes, oh shit, we're doing it. We're having it. Tikal, let's go. Come on, my friend Pecan.
We're doing it.
And not only we're doing the damn thing earlier, we're going to be doing the damn thing later on tonight because it is Thursday. And this is one of my 2 show days, or it's actually probably my only 2 show day because my other day's Saturday. So this is my 2 podcast show day. I'm not like Bobby Nick Scott. I only do 2 podcasts once in a while.
Man, I mean, I was just thinking back, and I still can see how he conditioned himself for that. We kind of worked up to it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's fucking doing that, man. He just stays on, man.
Morning, noon, and night. That's what I say. When he's not doing shows, he's doing shows. Pecan, thank you for your enthusiasm and your $2 super chat. Our friend Spawn checks in on a Thursday and says, gotta work through lunch today. Wanted to say hello to everyone. Take care. Hello to our friend Spawn. Let's get some positive vibes. He checked in early before the show. Spawn took out from Pecan. FJM checks in. How you doing, my calcified friend? He shouts out Pecan. Can I get a Hoya? Of course you can.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a
Hoya to my positive friend Rini checking in on a Thursday. FJM says, good afternoon to my neighbor and to you all. Rini checks in and says, how are you doing today, Mr. FJM? I'll do the Mr. in there. Come on, Perry. There's a couple people that might like to do that, maybe a Randy, namely. We're going to go over and check Perry Talk last night because it is March Matters. There's been a show on every night, and someone made a special appearance and had like a special activity at Apartment 102 last night. We'll get into that a little bit. FJM checks in, says, Rini, hope you're having a great day. I feel better, FJM says, thank you for asking. Rini says, I woke up on the side of the dirt, so all is well. That's what I'm talking about. It's a win as soon as you open your eyes, Rini. Good afternoon. Happy birthday to everyone, says my friend Terry Nee. Brutal Pain 518 checks in and says, Takao, it's Thursday. Come on, Brutal Pain. He will be most enthusiastically in the chat tonight for Replayables on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel. And yes, we have to do the damn thing, much like a people in the Perry chat where some of them are complaining about, kvetching about going over to Rumble. But please come over to Rumble with us. You know, kill the politics or whatever. It ain't about politics. It's about having fun. And it's about the fact that YouTube won't allow us to monetize. So come on over to Rumble tonight after we start the show on both YouTube and Rumble. We're going to go a Rumble exclusive after the first half hour, and Brutal Pain will be there 10 o'clock tonight on 100 Proof Podcasting. Have you been to the doctors? FJM is axing. Happy birthday, Terry, and Takal to you, Brutal Pain from Rini. Happy birthday, Terry Nee from Space, Chief 75. You know what? I could almost play this every day, but I resist the urge to play it every day. But since my friend Scott Fitzpatrick was off yesterday, and it's been a day or two I played it, and he likes it just about as much as I do, we're going to play it. It's a jam. Hit set the vibe. We're going to promote a brother and do it all in the same time. Let's go. It's Thursday. Let's have fun. We're creating positive vibes and promoting Space Chief 75. We are going to have a lot of fun today. Got some great news stories. We'll cover baseball opening day a little bit. We'll let you know when some of your favorite games might be coming on tonight, if you're interested. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Of course, I got some bikini reports. We're going to fall down Tammy's hole. But first, Space Chief 75. Oh. Hell yeah, Space Chief 75 on Twitter, X, and you will find his link to his TeePublic store running out through the entirety of the show in the show chat. There we go, Scott. That's our jam, man. We got it going.
This song made makes my hair stand up on my arm sometimes, man. Gives me goosebumps. I don't know why I like it so much, man.
We love it. We love it. And we love that new girls checking in and saying hi to the chat family.
New girl?
What up, new girl? How you doing today on this Thursday? P-Cunt shouts out Terry Nee. Space E75 shouts out P-Cunt. P-Cunt shouts out our friend New Girl with the Hoya. P-Cunt shouts out Brutal Pain with the Bones Up and Tikal. New girl shouts out P-Cunt with some love. Scott Fitzpatrick says, I'm not farting into a microwave. Well, you're not going to do that?
Nah, it's Stormy's microwave. She's not.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, he couldn't do that. That dude, he was totally enthralled. He was like, I actually farted in a microwave. That was part of the opening liftoff reel. We hope you enjoy. Rini Hoya from P-Cunt. Ever light a fart? Did as a teen. I did try it. I think we've all tried it at one point. I did it when I was young, Scott.
Yeah, I remember the first one I seen. It was done with a home chemistry set we got for Christmas, and a friend, we lit one up.
Yeah.
One of his first. That was my first.
There were some like older, crazier guys that had a little more beer in them or something than me that actually probably did it. And you saw like the little blue methane thing.
Yeah,
I got a little puff one time, but you spend most of your time flicking a Bic lighter with your legs akimbo up in the air. You look like a freaking idiot. But I think all teenage guys have been curious about that. Like,
if you do it standing up, I'm gonna warn you. If you do it standing up with your clothes on,
it'll burn you.
It'll just run up your back, man. It'll just that flame.
You'll catch your crotch on fire. You'll have it right between your butt cheeks. You won't even realize it.
Yep.
Hey, P-Cunt. Hey there. New girl from Rini. Scott, you're getting a shout out love from our boy P-Cunt.
P-Cunt.
You know, everybody was missing you yesterday, Scott. And our boy Popke, he kind of did his thing. Well, he super chatted, and I read it, and he did his thing. Well, Scott would walk for 50 miles, and Scott would walk for 50 more, just to shave his eyebrows off again and blow a fork down at your door.
It's kind of crazy that.
Poppy, you set me up for it, you son of a bitch. Yes.
It's kind of crazy that's the song, because during my little day off yesterday, there's a long trail that runs through here. It's like 50 miles.
Yes, a little bird told us that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's scouting out and walking it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Other than because Bobby Nick told us about you having these notion of walking this 50-mile trail.
Yep.
And so Popke, he definitely was inspired, and so he knows too well how to set me up. He already knows that I'm sing-songy. Him and Stacey Allen and stuff, they can easily lure me in because they know I'll just kind of read anything. But I'm sing-songy. But he totally just put those lyrics in there. I'm like, I gotta sing them. I can't just say them.
As I'm walking,
well, Scott would walk for 50 miles, and Scott would walk for 50 more, just to shave his eyebrows off again and blow a fart down at your door. You're Bobby Nick. You set me up for you, son of a bitch. All right. And of course, that was after I can't keep up with the smash hits he's got about you. And he always wears sunglasses. Can't see his brows anyway. Glasses don't spare. I shaved my eyebrows once. I looked like the kid from Mask. Glasses don't spare. Yes, he did. He did it for Super Chats. Glasses don't spare. Get your glasses on spare. That's my Elvis Idol. Elvis Idol, as compliments of Chris Popke. He puts all that shit together. You get the shout out love from P Cunt and Reenie.
Reenie, those songs are so catchy, man. I can see myself as I'm doing my walking.
Right, because now it's your name in it. That's right. Oh, no, it's not Hammer Time. We can't take that. You're gonna see Hammer Time tonight on Replayables with Chris Abels. We'll see if the Hammer makes an appearance out there. Let's see. What's it? Pale Mambo, whatever, the leader of that rap group, the Hoya SS Testicle Tiger, who checks in. I bet you are a Testicle Tiger because Perry it's March Matters. He did another late show. Like Tom's been saying, he tried to say at the beginning of the week, Scott, he's like, I'm not going to do like these crazy long shows because I know I'm going to be doing a show every night. Meanwhile, I'm still not like getting off of here until like after 2:30 in the morning watching Perry Carabello. Yeah. So Tom, I think he's even realized he's full of shit.
Because I like to watch it from the beginning, so I'm usually late. Even though they're live, I'm usually like 3 hours behind or something.
Little tape delay.
Yeah, well, it's because I want to see it from the beginning. I don't want to miss anything, so I'm usually 3 hours behind everybody. Anyway, so I put it on and I fell asleep last night, but then I kept waking up and it was still on and still on and still on.
Yes, that's how it was last night. Keeps going and going. Space Chief 75 recognizes as Pete DiLorenzo rules. Turned a negative into a positive. You know I did, Terry. Took that shit. Let's see. Took that shit. There you go. Hate that song, Cheesy. Sorry to hear that, TT. Scott, you're getting the shout out love from Space Chief 75.
Space Chief.
All right, buddy. Love the Scott Tammy videos. Yeah. Well, we have a collection for you, don't we, Scott?
Yeah. I did notice Terry needs just as hooked on her as I am, and Brutal Pain. Apparently, he said something in one of the comments about that she's showing up on his algorithm, his feed now all the time.
Well, there you go. I guess they learned it from watching you. And so we're going to watch a little bit of Tammy. We'll fall down Scott's rabbit hole or whatever we're going to call this. Widow Killer checks in on a Thursday and says, it was great seeing Victor on PCL last night. I hope Amy didn't steal his power washer. Yes, Widow Killer, we are going to get into that, Scott. Victor made a return to PCL last night, and he helped Perry. I'm going to give it too much more away, but he had a power washer, and he did some cleaning at the place, Scott.
Yeah, I did catch that part there.
Yeah, well, we'll go over that again and show the little cleaning details that happened there. Widow Killer somebody else tried to make some deliveries while Mr. Victor was there. He had to intercept. Pecan shouts out Widow Killer. The Nightbot's running all of our friends' bots, as I mentioned earlier. Mandy Diff checks in and shouts us both out.
Mandy.
How you doing, Mandy? Mandy Diff, Hoya from Pecan. Pecan gets a shout out love from Brutal Pain. Testicle Tiger gets a shout out love from Brutal Pain. Mandy Diff shouts out Pecan and Brutal Pain. Brutal Pain gives us both love with a tickal. How you doing? I still hear like it still comes up. Granny is like he keeps bringing it up around, or actually the chat keeps bringing it up, and then Granny he never ends about. He wants to know what's this fucking tickal shit, and then Bob was having fun. He's like, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean nothing. So he was fucking hilarious. JA's got him. He sigs up. Smoke him if you got him. Good idea, JA, for smoking them up. Echo Pineapple, our pineapple friend, checks in. It says, Hoya, boys.
Have you ever noticed Echo's name backwards is Luke?
Yes, I have. Luke, I am your pineapple father. Yes, I have. It took me a little bit, Scott. I didn't notice it right away, I will admit. But eventually, I was sitting here one day and I went, well, son of a bitch, because I kind of have that habit too of like trying to, especially if something looks out of place. The first thing I'll do is I'll try to read it in reverse.
Yep.
So there you go.
Hope I didn't give away a little secret there he had or something. I don't know.
Luke, I am your pineapple father. Reenie gets the shout out love to Mandy Diff. Brutal Pain says Hoya to Mandy. P-Cut shouts out to Pineapple. P-Cunt gives love to Brutal Pain. Mandy Diff shouts out to Pineapple and Reenie. The Nightbot runs the 100 Proof Podcasting Rumble link, where you can find us tonight at 10 p.m. tonight East. And a lot of people have fun showing up. So if you want to party during the week, 10 o'clock tonight is where we do it. We drink, smoke, laugh, joke. I'm mixing some great music in now that we go over to Rumble, and we play some of those more edgier videos tonight at 10 o'clock East. FJM checks in and says, I had gas built up from all the meds they gave on Tuesday when I was in my room yesterday, and my finally got there. It let it go. Oh my God, very loud. So I said very loudly, damn, Teresa, what the hell? Oh my God. Sounds like you would have made Scott proud doing that one. That is a tome about farting. Go ahead.
I usually don't fart out in public, man. Believe it or not, in real life, I'm a little more civilized than what I portray to be.
You got coof? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I got a little bit of.
Got a little bit of coof, huh?
Right.
That's cool. Yeah.
I don't fart in public.
The whole fart in public. That's good. Waver checks in on a Thursday. How you doing, Waver? Welcome to the Vibe. He shouts out Spawn and P-Cunt. Flex 316 checking in number 7. No, Flex, you're number 1. Checking in from down under, taking the vibe worldwide. And Scott, you weren't here yesterday. We watched a video that Flex 316 provided, and it talked about the differences in Australia from the 70s, from 1974, and compared to today. It was about women drinking in public bars. It was fascinating. It was fascinating, yeah. And the guys were like, were not having it. They didn't want it. They didn't want the women in the public bars because they wanted to be free to cuss and fart and do what they normally wouldn't do around women. It was pretty interesting.
Australia's a weird place.
FJM gets the shout out love from Reenie and laughing. Waver checks in and says Hoya to me and you, Scott.
Hoya.
Hoya. My wife got there, says FJM. Hey there, Pineapple from Reenie. To Cal, to you, Reenie from Brutal Pain. Reenie gives the love right back. Good day, Flex 316 from P-Cunt. You're welcome, says Space Eve 75 says thanks to both you and I. Mandy Diff says it is a jam, and in fact it is. Waver gets a shout out love from P-Cunt. Space Chief 75 gets the love from Brutal Pain. Blame it all on my wife. Blame it on the rain. You got to blame it on something. Brutal Pain Hoya from Space Chief 75. P-Cunt's throwing out the emojis, having fun. Look at all that. Look at that all merch. That's right. Yeah, bro. Yes. That comment was probably during the Space Chief 75 video, and I always like to point out that no two pieces of that stuff are alike, and you can get it put on pretty much anything. Shirts, hats, what have you. Check it out on the T Public merch store for Space Chief 75. The link's running in the chat. Matter of fact, so is Levyverse for Durkee Threads right there, helping out all our partners. JA shouts out P-Cunt, BP, Reenie, Tiger with the Hoya. The Nightbot is running all the said bots. There's Scott Fitzpatrick. I'm going to show you these Tammy videos. If you're really liking these Tammy videos, go ahead and go to Propmaster69 by clicking on that link right there. Yeah, Scott, what I did the other day is when Terry Nee made one about you two, about loving you and putting their head on the dog and petting you and all that. I put that out as a short. So I didn't get quite as many hits as you did, but it was fun putting that out. Ka-chunk baby says Popkey checking in. Hey Chris, I don't know if you were here when I played it for Scott, but Scott had no idea that we were on to the fact that 50 miles was part of the equation, and that you set me up with this not a super chat, but with this chat just the same, and you did this great thing with it.
That's cool, man.
Well, Scott would walk for 50 miles, and Scott would walk for it's going to be his walking song now, Poppy. To shave his eyebrows off again and blow a fall down at your door. There you go. Okay, Poppy, set me up for you, son of a bitch. There you go. Pete to the cunt from Chris Popkey. Stacey Allen checks in on a Thursday, and she's ready to go. What's up, Stacey Allen?
Eat my cherry pie. I can't really sing this song.
And she's celebrating, saying Hoya, Gano, and Takal to everyone on this sunny Thursday afternoon. Yeah, it is pretty good. I know I think you're an East Coast girl. I'm not doxing you too much by saying that. And it's kind of 50s, 60s here. Let me see. It's currently, it's like mid 50s right now, Scott. It's supposed to get up to 86 to Saturday here.
Oh,
in the 80s.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be short-lived, but I'm surprised that this early we're already getting 80 to some degree day though. So I think that's kind of a sign that we're getting far away from the winter and all that shit, man.
Yep. That's
Looking
what I'm
forward-
waiting to walk that 15 miles. That's what I'm waiting on is the weather to warm up just a little bit more.
Well, yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday when probably Nick brought it up, and I mentioned that we have the Appalachian Trail. You might have heard of from the Appalachian.
Yeah.
Somebody thought I was saying Apple Asians yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Now,
saying
that's
Apple.
I know that trail because I think there's even been movies I've watched about it, but that's one of my long-term goals is to walk that. Probably will never happen, but
Yeah, because because I asked Bobby, I put out the theoretical question out there, like, what in theory if you got down 20 miles down the path and then you conk out and you how do you get back home? And he seemed to indicate that maybe there was some next to civilization to where you could jut out at certain points, and maybe if that situation happened.
yeah, on this one here, it's just going through counties. It's going. If you just keep walking, you're going to run into civilization. You know, you don't really have to.
Okay.
At some points, it comes right next to roads where you can see it off in the distance. And
Yeah, and they have
as
to.
long as you just stay on the trail, you'll be okay.
Yeah, they have to have the ability in case you conk out and you can't make it back home. You got to have some way of getting yourself off of that trail.
And being top of the food chain here where I live, it helps too. I don't have to worry about bears or or nothing like that.
Well, that is a good thing to not have to worry about. Hoya says, "Ding dong," checking in on up. He's Mrs. Sight Clyde. And there's the Mr. saying Tikal right here on a Thursday afternoon. How you doing, my friends? Pecan shouts out with the skull Tikal. FJM says, I was in my recovery room. One way to hold back anymore. No way to hold back anymore. And the wife walked in at the right time, Scott. Just let it out. Well, I tell you this, because it was the funny thing. When I did, I'm probably going to be due for another one, but when I did go, I did get I got the colonoscopy, and that's one of the things where they require you to fart. You got to fart in front of a nurse, basically.
yeah. I've been there. I didn't get the colonoscopy, but some stomach thing where they did a camera deal in my mouth, and I guess when they gas you, you can't leave till you
fart or burp. That's right. That is a thing where they go, nope, sorry, you must fart and I must hear it. Pecan shouts out Stacy Allen with cherries. Just a Guest checks in with buffalo emojis. With a 16. You're number one, Just a Guest. How you doing? Thanks for supporting me monthly by being a member and having fun with those emojis. Pecan shouts out Sight Clyde and Ding Dong. Just a Guest gets the love from Pecan. Sight shouts out Pecan. Brutal Pain says Hoya to Dawn and Clyde. Hoya to Pecan from Dawn. Tikal to Stacy from Brutal Pain. Hoya Brutal from Ding Dong. Mandy Div shouts out and says, I just had a nice toasty blue dream joint. I guess J means joint is what I'm thinking, Scott. J. Let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brutal Pain gets the love. Mandy Div is throwing the puff. She's already doing the damn thing. Mandy Div is throwing out these psych emojis. Because she is also a member and supports me here monthly. Thank you, Mandy Diff. Stacy says, only in the 40s here, but sunny. And this time next week, I'll be in Aruba. Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you. Let's go. Mandy Diff said, that sounds great. Let's see. Mandy Diff, Ding Dong, Space Chief 75, Stacy, Ding Dong again, Just a Guess, and FJM from Mandy Diff. Hoya Mandy from Ding. It's going to be 77 in Denver today, Stacy. I'm loving it. There we go. The warm weather is finally coming through, and so is our brother Skull. Skull, we're going to do a little Perry talk, and we're going to talk about Victor's return to Apartment 102 last night and some of the fun that went down there. We can kind of review that again. Thumb in the bum, question mark, says Just a Guess. Stacy Allen says, ugh, I'm a year late for my colonoscopy appointment. I really got to get to that. Yuck. Well, you know, like the build up to it was worse than actually getting it done. That sense of relief that you get that once you're done and you get that clean bill of health, you think I'm the most cleaned ass person around here. I'm a Superman. Like I knows I'm alive, you know, so there's good side of it too once you get past it. Perry emojis are being utilized by my friend Skull, for who supports me monthly here on The Vibe. Mandy Diff shouts out the joint. Yep, says Mandy Diff. Skull gets the love from Mandy Diff. FJM throwing out the smoke hits to Psych. Mandy Diff gets a shout out love from Space Chief 75. Skull says bones to Mandy Diff. Mandy Diff says jelly, very jelly, Aruba picks, bring 'em. Popke says Aruba. We're going to Aruba. Me and Stephanie are going to Aruba. And With the last chat for the opening chat family check-in for Stream Show 275, Victor is a homeless hottie, BF. Well, he was trying to talk him into letting him use the shower there. I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen, but it is March Madness, so there's always hope. And that was the end of the opening chat family check-in. Now let's get on with the show.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that is what we're doing. You talk amongst yourselves. You talk with me and Scott, and we create a vibe here every day for 3 hours, and this is the Vibe Stream Show 275. Mandy Diff says, Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take her. That's right, we know the Kokomo's. And you don't have to do anything with that one, Poppy. That wasn't a good take. Did Scott steal the teacher's apple? That thing, Scott? Going to teacher's apple,
Yeah, somebody must have seen me nibbling on an apple.
Well, there you go. That's one of the more healthier things that we've seen you grab since you've been grabbing stuff, Scott.
Yeah, Stormy keeps apples laying around here, so.
Well, that's good, yeah, because you put them fruit snacks in a way, they kind of do something to you, them Go-Gurts and them fruit snacks and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm gaining all the weight I was bragging about losing. I've gained over half of it back already.
Well, sounds like that you're cycling just in time for the weather to get warm and get yourself on that trail and do them 50 miles.
Yeah.
Walk them 50 miles. All right. Well, until then, how about we do this? Let's go for a day at the races. It's time for a day at the races. Here we go, Scott. Check this out. Check these races out.
Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They're going wheel
This
to
is
wheel.
Ostrich Rickshaw racing. Look at this.
Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside
Oh,
line.
the game get breaks up. Oh, shit. Oh, the humanity. Look, they got to have a net to corral him.
On the inside, Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They're going wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh, the humanity. Widow Killer says, I'm assuming Scott wasn't the Scott that sent Perry cement last night.
No.
Yes. People tried to send various shipments to Perry last night. And so, yeah, but it was somebody attributed to Scott. And it says, Tom doesn't really want to report them to the DoorDash people yet. He's trying to handle it internally. But, they don't like stuff because, like he said, it's a burden for other people there. It's not really a burden for Perry at that point when it's like cement or something like that. So there's limits to this stuff that they should be doing over here. All right, let me close some of these windows I got. But yes, they were sending concrete and all kind of shit last night. Let's see. Let's get into it now, Scott. Oh, well, talking about farts, you were saying. Wait a minute. You said you don't fart in public.
Well,
there's conditions to that, isn't it? The dog with his head.
the way the dog side eyes me at the end.
Yes, I know. Yeah,
it gives me a side eye, like.
Because they know. Look.
Got you again.
Got you again. Look at it. He's like, you motherfucker. He's like, you're gonna shit your pants in front of me.
Got you again.
All right, there you go. That's when you can see a Prop Master 69. That's just one of the things. You can see a Prop Master 69. So there you go. Yeah, dogs are funny because they kind of know it's ranky. They give you that like, what the fuck? You nasty look, right?
Yeah.
That's when you kind of really can see that dogs have like a thinking process or something.
Yeah.
They do have that thinking process. What was this one I was going to show? Click on some things. Okay, I'm saving that one. All right, let's get into it. Well, we can do this real quick. There is only one. So why don't we do this? With time for a moment of inspiration, it's time to check in with Nunchuck Tyler.
Calm down and relax. Nunchuck Tyler is here with a guided meditation to chill you out.
Bro. Bro.
Peace and love.
He missed it. He missed it.
Third eye chakra. Oh yeah. And some nunchucks of fury.
Hell yeah.
Nunchuck Tyler's just doing his nunchucks to make you happy during your meditation.
God gave us farts so we can laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And God gave us that freak.
God gave this sound. It's beautiful. Dang, Nunchuck Tyler will guide you to peace and prosperity in his meditation. Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's all you need for Nunchuck Tyler if you're feeling down a little bit. If James laughing. God clearly has a sense of humor, Rini. King of all divs are checking in on a Thursday afternoon. As we are creating the vibe here, this is the Vibe 275, Scott. How about, I'll say this, well, I'm going to do the news first because I want to have something fun to talk about after the news. And you know I got a few news stories, and we're going to talk about Major League Baseball and some entertainment stuff, a little bit of this and that. And then after the news, we're going to fall down Scott's Tammy hole and all that. But right now, it's that time I'm going to slide over to my news desk, and we're going to put ourselves in our bubble and tune out the outside world, and we're going to do the Vibe Not So Serious News. That's correct, folks. This is the Vibe Not So Serious News because we know there's other stories out there than all the serious stuff. So that's what we concentrate on here on the Vibe. And I did say, I know that you know about sports and all by default because you podcast so often with our boy Andrew.
Right.
And so Andrew's all about the sports. He's like he throws sports highlights, and in the middle of any show he does, if a game's being played, he'll like shout out the score, what have you, right?
Yeah, no matter what you're talking about, he'll give you some breaking news.
Absolutely. Let me see. I was looking. I had an opening day article. Right. So it is opening day in baseball today. I had a really good link that kind of went away on me. Let me do opening day 2025. I had it in here. Yeah, let's talk about this because I have the whole list of the games. Here we go. If I can get it to load up here. Here we go. I got the list of the games that are happening today. And the first one is the one that you bet. What did you bet on? Tell everybody what you bet on who wasn't here when you mentioned it earlier, Scott.
I'm not sure how it came about us betting on this. I think somebody made the bet for me, but me and Andrew, he's a Brewers fan. And I didn't really have a dog in the race, but just because it's opening day and just have something to bet on, I took the Yankees. So it's at the Yankees, I believe. We bet our shaving because I've never really been. I've always got a goatee, and I don't think we've ever seen Andrew fully shaved. And we got a nurse on standby. So tonight, if the Brewers lose today, Andrew will be clean shaven, or me.
That is cool, man. Yeah, so or you, that could be even better because Andrew has kind of like that pubic like leftover, but he doesn't really have like a full beard like you do. So I say you got more to lose in that kind of equation.
Considering I'm already missing the eyebrows, the shaved face might be too much.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, although you do have that Cro-Magnon line that helps you out a little bit.
Right, that does help.
Well, let's what's it say? Scott's Tammy hole. We're going to fall down that Tammy hole. Yeah, right after the news here. Can't wait for another year of terrible Rockies baseball. Just as he knows the bet, so he's betting on the Brewers because he wants to see that beard go, Scott.
Right.
Let's go. Mikey Two Milks is checking in today. He don't want one.
He needs some milk.
Mikey Two Milks is checking in on opening day. I would never bet my beard, LOL. That is sacrilegious, says Brutal Pain. But that's what's so funny about Scott is that there's no shame in his game. He's not afraid to put up, and he will come through. What game is this? What time? I'll actually watch that one. Bye-bye beard. Oh, here we go. Matt says bones up. Mikey Two Milks gets the love from Pecan and gives it right back. All right, so let's talk about these, Scott. So yes, this is the game listed right here. The Brewers, Andrew's team, at the New York Yankees. That's going to be one of the earlier games today for those who are excited about Major League Baseball opening day today. Brewers at Yankees, 3:05 p.m. East is the first pitch. And Scott has a lot on the line literally on this one because if the Milwaukee Brewers win, Scott will have to shave all of that facial hair off that you see right there it's all going to go. I mean, I'll give you a close on that because look at it now. It might not be here tomorrow. Next time he's on the Vibe, depending on how this game goes tonight. So Scott, and he is a man of his word, he will shave all of that off if, in fact, the Brewers win. And if the Yankees win tonight, then Andrew's going to have to shave that peach fuzz off, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to shave that peach fuzz. So that if that makes the game more interesting for you to watch. Whoop, here we got this. Whoop. All right, Andrew's ready to go.
And the game should be over in time for No Filter to start. So when No Filter starts, we'll know the answer.
That's awesome timing. So it is a Thursday, folks, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, Scott hangs out with Andrew and Bobby, Nick, and Stormy and the gang on No Filter. So what he's just telling you is that the game will be over in time. If you watch No Filter at 7 p.m. East tonight, you might actually see Scott or one of them are definitely going to be shaving. Somebody getting shaved tonight at 7 o'clock East. There's the lineup if anyone was interested. This is a USA Today article. And then it is my Baltimore Orioles going against the Toronto Blue Jays today. I'm excited, but I still know our place in baseball. We are not among the elite money teams. Go Pirates, says Sight Clyde. He's a tortured Pirates fan. Matt says, I hate to say this, but let's go Yankees. Wow. So he's rooting for the Yankees. So that's the Andrew shave something.
Right,
Mikey Two Mokes, he's excited about the Twins today. Well, let's see when they play when we get to that. You can always draw your beard back on with a magic marker.
Yeah.
Well, he can do that because Scott has been known to draw glasses on his face. And he always wears sunglasses. Can't see his brows anyway.
Glasses going to space.
I shaved my eyes. Scotty, what they call it? Scotty Potter.
Glasses going to space.
Yes, he did. He did it for Harry Scotter.
Glasses going to space. Not no new race. Get your glasses on his face.
Bro, like it's my stupid ass, and I laugh at it. Like, what the fuck what's going on? I laugh at it too, man. It gives me a giggle, and I love it. I want all the hair gone. The eyebrows are gone. Says Mandy Diff.
Yeah, this ain't the best time for me to be losing my beard.
Front Royal Cardinals at Bing Crosby Stadium. Why does that sound like a specific reference to something there? Not familiar with that. Front Royal Cardinals at Bing Crosby Stadium. More information, please. So my Baltimore Orioles, who can't compete financially with the rest of the league, they're going to play the Toronto Blue Jays today at 3:07, just 2 minutes after that game starts. So there's going to be multiple early games. Check your local listings for game times and television in your area. Then these are all today. The Boston Red Sox will take on the Texas Rangers at 4:05 p.m. And then, as well, at 4:05 p.m. is the Philadelphia Phillies against the Washington Nationals. The Cleveland Guardians, who I've seen somebody in the chat talking about, they'll be playing the Kansas City Royals at 4:10 p.m. today. The Mets against the Houston Astros are 4:10 today as well. The San Francisco Giants at 4:10 versus the Cincinnati Reds at Cincinnati. Atlanta Braves at San Diego Padres right there at 4:10. The Los Angeles Angels at Chicago White Sox 4:10. So they can see it. There's your Pirates site, Clyde, right there. Against the Miami Marlins at 4:10. Minnesota Twins at the Cardinals. All today, Scott. Detroit.
Right.
So there you go. So if you're Diamondbacks, they're all today. It is opening day in Major League Baseball today. And now we don't. I got inspired by the church chat. Isn't that special? Well, isn't that special? All right, Hava Nagila. Here we go. Let's go on with our next story of the BF Live, The Vibe. Not so serious news. So there you go, sports fans. That's our first story. It is opening day. And the reason I do like that is because it's like a rite of spring, Scott. You know, it's a rite of, it means that the season is changing and the weather won't be going back to what it was. Right. I do like that. Let's see. Oi, why you hucking me with the star over here? Oi, don't be hucking me. Let's see. The minor leagues. Thank you, FJM. You know that I've been enjoying going to see some of our minor league games, minor league teams for the Baltimore Orioles. So I enjoy minor league baseball a little bit more sometimes. Scott, did you ever watch the Howie Mandel show with the suitcases, Deal or No Deal, back in the day at any point?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't a terrible game show. It was kind of intriguing. It had nice hot supermodels opening up cases and things of this nature and playing for money. It was an interesting game, right?
Right.
But you still, it is still on, but they changed it up a little bit. And now for those that don't watch TV a whole lot, they have Deal or No Deal Island.
So seen it.
There you go. So they mixed the premises or the styles of show. They took a game show like that and they put it on gave it a Survivor vibe. And what they do is they make them do these competitions for these briefcases along the way. And whoever wins, it depends on who plays the banker and things of this nature. And people slowly get eliminated until you have one winner. And during the season, they built up these suitcases up to $12 million. So the finale of this Deal or No Deal occurred the other night. This Deal or No Deal Island occurred the other night. It could have been the biggest game show prize ever awarded in history. Let's watch it. Let's look a little bit about this. It turned out to be an interesting game, Scott. So the guy, they added them up. There was one briefcase in there worth $12 million. One briefcase. So he played this game, and the game was amazing. He kept getting himself to situations where he kept refusing the deals, and he had many cases with a low value left. And I'll show you what he ended up winning. Deal or No Deal Island winner David Gannott didn't want to play it safe on the path to $5 million victory. So he's an Australian guy, Flex 316 Down Under. He was already a participant on Australian Survivor. That was his previous experience with a game show. But he was an Australian Survivor star, tells people that he had a real spiritual experience when he was playing this whole game, Scott. But yeah, he kept walking away from $1 million plus $1.5 million deals. So it says David Gannott made TV history. He did end up winning the most money ever on a TV game show. He made TV history in the Deal or No Deal Island season 2 finale by making a deal for $5,800,000, Scott. It literally came down to the only two briefcases that were left was one that had 75 cents and one that had $12 million. And he had to decide whether, do I take 5.8 million or do I take the chance that I have the one with 12 million?
Right.
Bro,
Yeah.
It came down. It was a great played game. It was really good TV. He says that he was really elated about winning the prize money. He's 45 years old. The Australian Survivor winner beat out Alexis Lett in the last excursion to play for $12,232,000 and 1 cent or something like that in the final game of Deal or No Deal Island. Host Joe Manganiello and the banker, they had the banker as Chrissy Teigen. So I don't know if she's smart enough to add pennies. I don't know. But, they always had the mysterious banker in the boat, but it was never an actual human being attached to it, right?
Right.
So for season 1, the banker, I understand, was Howie Mandel. At the end of the season, they kind of they do a reveal who the banker was the entire year. So last year it was Howie. This year it was supposed to be Chrissy Teigen, but she ends up giving away the historical amount, the largest amount in television game show history. And the whole idea being the banker is that you're supposed to, not give away a whole lot of money, right?
Right.
So, but the guy, he didn't want to play it safe. He refused a couple multi-million-dollar deals and ultimately won 5.8 million. That's the guy right there. That's the last couple contestants though. So I thought it was really good. It was a really good finale, man. I'm not big on every television show, but that was a pretty good finale, I must say.
I wasn't even sure that I didn't even know that existed, that show there.
Well, that's why I'm glad I brought it to you, give us something fun to talk about, because I know that not everybody's into TV or sees all this stuff. The odds are astronomical, said Terry Nee. And it was just nail biting. He walked away from $1.3 million. I think he walked away from $3 million and just no deal with it. And people were losing their shit. And there were still so many that were low value on the board. It was a really compelling game. Let's see. The Reverend Wild Bill Hoya and Blocky Fran from Justa. See what anybody's saying about that. What game you going to, BF Chang? Let's see. I'm none today. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. He knows what's up. Damn, look at this. Terry Nee singing a whole damn song. There you go. Wasn't 7th Senate Siesta. Have a tequila. I have a tequila, hit the floor. Let's get on here. Mr. Crow checks in. What's up, Mr. Crow and me? Oh yeah, Mr. Crow, how you doing? What's good? There you go. Mr. Crow checking in as we continue on with the BF Live, The Vibe, not so serious news. We did Major League Baseball opening day starting. We talked about the Deal or No Deal finale. What is this one? Okay, well, I do have another report here, and this is actually, I think we're starting to develop a theme for this morning's show. Here's a special news report about stuff we were already talking about earlier, Scott.
Well, more bodily functions in the news this morning. The next time you pass gas, make sure no police are around. A man in West Virginia faces assault charges after police say he passed gas in advance. Don't laugh. After the man was already arrested for DUI, according to police reports.
He was farting when he got DUI.
He passed the gas so loudly the officer said it was, quote, very odorous and created contact of an insulting or provoking nature. See, that wasn't even right. To put that story in there was wrong. That was wrong, man.
I didn't feel it. I was looking through the script. He stuck that in there.
Very odorous. There you go.
There you go. I love little fart stories. We're starting to develop a theme here on the Vibe today. I'm thinking, I don't know, a little gaseous. All right. Well, that's why we do the not so serious news, because we like to have fun here on the Vibe. And this is kind of a nonsensical story that kind of fits, not so serious stuff. Scott, this is like so anal and crazy. This has to do with someone over in England. A man goes viral for mundane absurdity for fixing a McDonald's sign. So this is about like observing like the minor things in life that are a little off in life, Scott. And this guy's like quirky enough that he kind of followed through and did something about this. So he's over in England. He noticed that this McDonald's sign didn't have the proper center in the D of the McDonald's sign at his favorite McDonald's. So not only did he like he's part of this organization. It says a British man has become an unlikely hero on social media after he took it upon himself to repair a McDonald's restaurant sign that had become the object of curiosity of a Facebook group. He's part of a group called the Dull Men's Club. The Dull Men's Club group on Facebook had garnered multiple posts about the sign at McDonald's at the White Rose Shopping Center in Leeds, England, because the sign's D was missing its inside, the core inside of it, making it more of a silhouette than a letter. This guy, Steve Lovell, he took it upon himself, Scott. He was not only noticed it, but he went like another step further. So this is about just, he's taking it like being mundane to like a different level. He took it upon himself to correct this issue. And he painstakingly researched McDonald's branding guidelines to allow him to correctly 3D print a replacement for filling in the D. It said that he ended up going through the process a second time when it turned out that another sign at the same location was suffering from the same mildly annoying problem. But he said that he really didn't do this for any other reasons but for himself. He says the fix wasn't even for the benefit of McDonald's, as some people claim. He says he literally did it just for him and his own kind of personal satisfaction for fixing like little quirky things he observes in life, Scott. I thought this. Go ahead.
What's that? Some kind of impulsive disorder or something where someone sees something wrong and they just obsess on it. They can't. It's got to be whenever like a pattern, and they'll notice that one little 6 that's with a bunch of zeros or something.
I'm not sure. But our Mr. Crow says constructive vandalism. Dude's OCD says brutal pain.
OCD, that's it. That's
there you go. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay.
Yep.
Jerry Lahane checks in and says, I created odorous content. Arrest me. Wait a minute, Jerry. Don't come here shitting your pants, buddy. Yeah, OCD, buddy. So plus he's part of this quirky organization called the Dull Men's Club. So I imagine it fits like kind of the vibe, if you will, of their club about just kind of boring, kind of mundane things. But he says he just did it for him. He goes, it was for me and anyone else that would have noticed it. And that's all he really did it for. He says sharing it was just about the mundane absurdity of doing the whole thing, Scott. So I thought this was, because I see things like, well, I've never done anything to that extreme, Scott, but I am the kind of like that if there's something like real close, like a store shelf is out of whack, I might do a little quick straighten up. If it I do like a little along the way thing, not too much, but I have done stuff like that. Tidied up along the way. Don't come in here shitting your pants, buddy, says Brutal Pain. The Beef, I said. That's right, Jared Hayne. Don't be coming here shitting your pants, buddy. That's right. That's how we do here on The Vibe. All right. Scott, you talked about walking a trail, and we just talked about possibly, you said the Appalachian Trail is a very noteworthy trail.
Right.
Well, that's like, imagine the Appalachian Trail is one of our national parks, I believe. But this talks about, this list that I have right here, buddy, is something that may be dirty little secret that people don't talk about a lot. This is a list of national parks, but a particular list. These are the 10 deadliest national parks in the United States, with one seeing more than 20 fatalities per year, Scott. So did you ever ponder like how many people might die going to a national park?
Yeah, there's actually, I think it's called 411. It's about people who disappear in these parks, conspiracy type thing.
I have heard some stories because I have heard a story maybe connected to what you're saying, that they say that apparently the Park Service or the rangers are under no obligation to cooperate with local authorities. Is that what have you heard something like that, Scott?
Yeah, I've heard they've kind of got their own set of rules.
Yeah, I've heard this. I've heard these things like this too, and I find that kind of disturbing that you can't challenge like a national park or an outside. I guess because of the the nature of one being federal, one being local, or what have you. Jeff JM says about that last story. I just call it fixing things. Let's see which one. So Scott, any ideas off the top of your head? We have like Yellowstone, Niagara Falls National Park. I mean, we have lots of national park, Grand Canyon. Any ideas of what you think to be the most deadliest one off the top of your head?
Any of them that's going to require rock climbing, I would think.
Rock, right, the heights and all that. Well, let's check out the list because these are the top 10. How the mighty have fallen. If you're trying to become more outdoorsy this spring, you might want to avoid visiting a national park. Maybe not all of them, but at least the parks that are considered the deadliest, thanks to a new study. Research by the National Park Service examined each U.S. national park's average yearly deaths from 2007 to 2024, and some of the numbers in the data uncovered are shockingly high. Here comes your common causes, Scott. The common causes of these park fatalities include protection company Edge Fall Protection LLC. McCartney explained that half of these deaths are unintentional, mainly caused by people being careless. He also noted that many of these casualties were people 50 and over. Keep that in mind when we're walking around.
Yeah.
Data showed that West Coast parks saw the most deaths, Scott, with the Lake Mead National Recreation Area topping the list. So there we go. I have a top 10 list right here we're about to get to when we go down the page. But that makes sense, I guess, if based on the falling and all, because we have more mountains. The elevations are greater out there in the west of the United States.
Yeah.
Here is a list. This is the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. It sees the most deaths every year. Located in both Nevada and Arizona, this park averages over 20 deaths annually, with the most common cause being drowning. Coming in second is the Grand Canyon National Park. This park, also located in Arizona, sees about 12 deaths every year. The cause of them? Falling. The national park with the third most annual death is Yosemite National Park in California, with over 11 annual casualties. The park is one of California's most popular ones. As a result, it has more than 3 million visitors within the past 5 years. Falling was also the main cause of death here. National parks in New York and New Jersey ranked fairly low on the list, not even making the top 10. Averaging only 4 deaths a year. It seems our idea of a day at the park is strolling through Central Park. It's a little different out here. As I let you know that the vibe continues going worldwide with Dang Lizard checking in.
Hey.
Has Perry heard about this?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. He's a safe guy, man. People die from climbing mountains. Go figure, says Gimme Bezos. Checking in from the train. How you doing? Gimme Bezos. Falling. All right. Let's continue on because I actually have the list here, Scott. They already mentioned in the article that Lake Mead National Recreational Park, they're number one at 20.88 average death per year. Coming in second is Grand Canyon. Yosemite third, we talked about. But now we can get to, let's go right to number 10 and we'll work our way back up because Yellowstone is number 10, Scott.
All right.
They average about 4.94, which average is about 5 deaths per year approximately. That coming in at number 9, you have Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. They're about 5.41 deaths per year. Glen Canyon comes in at number 8. Great Smoky Mountain National Park comes in at number 7 with 8.82 deaths per year on average. Golden Gate. Yes, excuse me.
I've been to Smoky Mountains a couple times.
Awesome, bro. I mean to cut you off. That's awesome, really. What part? Like, where is it? In Tennessee?
You know, in Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee. Also, and Josh, and so is Josh from Tennessee. He's in here too. Where I see him, I just saw him in here because people were saying hello to him. How you doing, Josh in Tennessee? You might have come in snuck in during the story, my friend. So hello, Josh in Tennessee. All right. Well, be careful if you ever go there again, Scott. The number 6 is the Golden Gate National Recreational Area. Imagine they jump off the bridge there, maybe. The Natchez Trace Parkway, 10.11 deaths per year. And the blue, coming in 4 is the Blue Ridge Parkway. So we got these parkways in here. So there you go. So for those of you, go out there, get your exercise in, but be careful if you go to those national parks, keeping in mind that those are the ones that have the top 10 most deaths per year, Scott.
You know, if you want to see some good nature, outdoorsy type walking like that, moderator Matt, the guy I always talk about here, or Matt here, if you go to his channel, man, he has got some high definition, beautiful country that he walks through.
Well, that sounds awesome. I like that. So, all right. Well, if one of the mods know, I don't know the address right or his page right off of him, but I have no problem letting people know about that. All right. Well, let's see. You know, Scott, we talk about, I know you guys are, you're landlocked. You have always say, I always ask you about the planes, and while it's well established that you're landlocked, you don't mess with the airplanes and all. And, but I'm sure some of us do or have. I've done it a couple times. And only recently, but probably 2019, I think was the first time I flew with a passport, Scott. And it makes you very paranoid because, like, you know, we have that whole thing we've talked about going in other countries and kind of being stuck by their laws and not having your right papers and shit, right?
Yeah, I've seen locked up abroad.
Right, so it's a thing that me or any kind of cautious traveler should be mindful of. And certainly this next story, the person should have been mindful of that they forgot their passport. In this next story, I'm going to take you over to the Bikini Report, who's going to tell you about a airplane pilot, and that's why I mentioned airline. An airplane pilot who forgot his passport, Scott, and they had to do something special just for him. Take it away, Bikini Report. Tell us what happens when a pilot forgets his passport.
Most of us can't board an international flight without a passport, but it seems a pilot can, or at least a pilot did. A United Airlines flight from LA to Shanghai had to turn around over the weekend after one of the pilots realized he'd forgotten to bring his passport. Fortunately, it was only about 2 hours into the flight, so it was able to redirect to San Francisco.
Yeah, you got something going on here. We're going to examine that. But yes, a pilot had to turn around the plane 2 hours into a flight. I was thinking it's a 6-hour flight or so. But that's, let me say, I think you or somebody has pointed this out before. Let's examine.
The 250 Airlines flight from LA to Shanghai had to turn around over the weekend.
Oh, you're right. Look at your eyes, Scott. Look at that.
Vampire.
Scott has the power of observation, boy. You have amazing observational power. Look at that. Because everybody else looking at titties and stuff, I'm producing the show. And you are noticing Fangirl.
After one of the pilots realized he'd forgotten to bring his passport.
That's all I'm going to think about
now. It was only about 2 hours into the flight, so it was able to redirect to San Francisco.
She probably says, "Girl, let me see that thing," and she goes,
The 257
I said fang, not fang.
passengers on board were provided with compensation plus meal vouchers they could use while killing time, waiting for United to find a new pilot with their proper documentation. The travelers finally ended up in Shanghai, roughly 6 hours behind schedule, but with a good story to tell. Unlike passengers on the airplane's next flight out of Shanghai, who were just plain stuck at the airport for 6 hours. That was definitely a pretty big and expensive screw-up by the pilot. So what's the most important thing you ever forgot to do? Tell us your story in the comments and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Wow, there's a lot to digest there, Scott. Great observational power. Scott is always great at pointing out details about other shit that's going on in these shows. I love it. The Fangirl, that was crazy. Her shoulders are manly, says Electric Head Gino. Electric Gino. JFK Headchung was checked in and he says, no neck tattoo. How disappointing. Wait a minute. She got that shoulder tattoo. How you doing, JFK Headchung?
Headshot.
So there you go. I do say that I think a lot of times I picture like a studio where they jump off of the stage off the pole and they go, now go over there and do the bikini report or something, because some of these girls look like they are pole ready. Or
they all been doing a lot of abdominal crunches.
Another indication that they're fitness chicks or they're strippers or something, because their bodies are in shape. Quiet down. Don't make me turn this plane around. I forgot my passport. We got to go back home, turn the plane around. You got to, oh, this is your captain speaking. Yeah, I kind of fucked up and left my passport home. So we're going to be redirecting the flight. We're going to turn around. Sorry, folks. Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, whether it be going somewhere to where I needed my money or my ID, or I'm always checking
Yes.
to make sure I got it.
I do. I got hand pats now. I got to feel like my phone in my pocket. I got to tap myself in the ass, so to speak. I'm hitting my wallet, hitting all my. Look, I'm doing a hand job, doing the Macarena or some shit, checking all my shit. Two Joints checks in and said, well, I know he's a long time bro, but it says he's a new member. Thank you. Thank you, Two Joins. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, my friend. Toothy blowjob, I'm assuming. Let me buy your penis. Don't record that, Stacey Allen. She needs a bone in her nose. Somewhere else, too. I'll tell you what I'll tell you over here. Just a guess says BF Chang, emojis. Don't tempt me with a good time. I don't know nothing but a good time. That's all I know. Pecan shouts out Electric Head Gino and JFK Head Chunk. Pole ready 11. They are pole ready. Yes, they are pole ready. Cyclone. Yes. Pole ready. Space Chief 75 says, I'm sure the passengers that were delayed 6 hours were grateful to have such a great story. Yeah, exactly. Like, it makes for a great story. Yeah, bullshit. In the electric age, you could pre-send to Shanghai the pilot's information. Yeah, Jerry, it got me thinking about the semantics, if you will, or the minutia about what is required of a pilot, Scott. And yeah, shouldn't there be other ways of like verifying him that they didn't require them to turn a plane around, right?
Right.
They should be like, he's been on the payroll and he flew the plane here, so I think he's okay.
My worst nightmare.
No counting for common sense. Pecan gets a shout out love from JFK Head Chunk. Howdy, Pecan from Electric Head Gino. Clyde says, we call that a boomer check, BF. Check all your pockets. Called being sensible. Scott Cyclone. Plus, I'm a Virgo. Wallet, keys, phone. Yeah. Keys, wallet, phone. Very little money, my father would add to that, Scott. Because he always thought my mother was in earshot. Because my father would make the money and he'd get the check cash and just hand my mother like whatever, right? And so he would always go out the door. He'd go, wallet, keys, phone. He goes, very little money. Or if he would buy something, he would say, don't say nothing to your mother. He'd say, wallet. So I catch myself saying very little money. You're lucky I'm at the gym, BF. Do not record me, Stacey Allen. How dare you? My great friend, Syke Clyde, and whose content is ever woven throughout the entirety of this show. Thank you, Syke Clyde, for your 9-month membership chat. To my favorite Baltimore boomer, I've been a member long enough to have a child. Whoa, did you see Lenny on TSN last night? No, I did not, but thank you, Syke Clyde. Thank you, Syke Clyde. I don't say this on the air much, but I love those guys over there, and I'm still a member over there, but I just mostly avoid all the John content. Like I said, I like sex, but if you talk about sex every day, it's going to get old. You like Christmas. If you talk about Christmas every day, it's going to get old. It's just, I don't go over there for that because I don't want to wait around the John shit to get to the some other shit. But thank you, Syke, for checking in with your 9-month membership, and thank for you and Dawn for being a great supporter and helper of everything that I do here on The Vibe. Jared Lehane says, I have a string attached to keyring that hangs out of the pocket for an idiot that saved me from forgetting. Well, you know what I've done, Scott, as I've developed patterns as I've gotten or throughout my life is that I have a certain place that I put everything and I don't put it anywhere else.
Right.
I try that.
I still manage to misplace things, but I'm a creature of habit. I try to make a habit of everything. Same things go to the same places.
I never lose things, but I do misplace them often. Like my sunglasses, like they could be anywhere. They could be in the car. I never actually lost them, but I always misplace them somewhere and then eventually find them. Or they find me. My sunglasses were... Go ahead.
I usually go into when I'm looking for something, I'll just start panicking or something, and it will be right in front of me, and I'll just look right through it, man, and just do
Oh, yeah, well,
right in front of me.
I did that too. I was looking for something literally around the house the other night, and I'm like, it's got to be here. It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be here. And I'm like, I knew it was one of those situations, Scott, where if I would just stop myself and just think, and I couldn't even stop myself. But finally, once I changed my role a little bit, I figured it out. I'm like, it certainly, and I knew it was me all along too. And I found what I was looking for. Much like you too. Psych Clyde said, you would be interested in watching some If I Cut It Up? Yes. The Lenny TSN segment, they watched a Rob Saw video? Yes. Psych Buddy, BF Vibe, and Scott Brother from Two Joints. Thanks, Two Joints, for membering up and being an enthusiastic supporter of the Vibe. Jerry gets the shout out love from Psych Clyde. FJM, hope you're doing better, says our friend. Good wishes from Psych Clyde to our FJM for our calcified friend. As I check in, I got another, Brutal Pains in here. He's really going to be in this one, Scott. And you being a new discoverer and discovering a new love of dogs, you should be interested in this story too. You're farting with them, you're doing all kinds of stuff with them, hanging. But if you want to know who was the best breed, somebody has a rating of the best breed, and I know that my friend Brutal Pain and a couple others are probably going to be excited by this. Hey, Bikini Report, take it away with those real breasticles and tell us about who is the best dog among dog breeds.
All dogs are good boys, but according to the American Kennel Club...
Now, why you ask me why do I say they're poll ready? Not so funny, is it?
All dogs are good boys, but according to the American Kennel Club, French Bulldogs are the best boys.
French Bulldogs.
The AKC recently announced that the French Bulldog is America's most popular dog breed for the third year in a row. It's an impressive streak, though the breed it supplanted, the Labrador Retriever, had been at the top of the list for 31 years. Labs did manage to hold on to the second spot, and the rest of the top 5 are, in order, Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, and Poodles. And as for the breed to watch, it's definitely the Cane Corso. The AKC noted that it's been quietly climbing the charts since being acknowledged as a breed in 2010, and their numbers certainly reflect that. In the last decade, the Cane Corso has gone from 47th most popular to 14th, and in that same time frame, registrations have increased over 400%. But here's what really matters: what you think is the best breed. Let us know in the comments, and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
There you have it. The Bikini Report. Them breasticles. Popke has the best description of her yet that I've seen. She's like a Wednesday afternoon in Tampa lever stripper. That's a person that talks from experience, Scott, because when I was a younger man and that was like a novelty in my life still, like to get off work early and like to go to those bars or something, I would do stuff like that. And so there were a couple times where I'd be like, you know what? This is America, and I wasn't supposed to be off today, and I would go to the club. So I have had a couple afternoon, when I was much younger, trips to the strip club in the day, Scott.
Are the daytime strippers different than the nighttime strippers?
Yeah, they're less druggy. They're more tired and stuff. They're little. You catch them a little fresher if they kind of shed the first shower of the day and all that stuff. It's a different. And it's weird. It's weird being in a club and it had some like windows open and some daylight coming in at certain places. But the thing I never do, I've never eaten at one. I refuse to do that.
Oh, that doesn't seem like. No, I wouldn't.
No. When I went to my first couple and I seen them coming out using it for kind of like a kitchen/dressing room, I'm like, nah, I don't need nothing out there that bad. I make sure I eat up well before and after I go to those places. Like, nah, I don't do. Go ahead.
I've only been to 2 of them, and the one was my first time, and then the second one I went to, we took a friend for his birthday, and there was a lady there with lactating breasts, and her gimmick was she would shoot milk at people.
No.
And this dude, the birthday boy, he loved it, man. He just opened his mouth and.
Oh no! So you knew.
That's the last time I went, man. That's the last time I went.
I remember we notoriously have the Block around here, and it was like it's been around since the 50s, Scott, I think, and it's been our like adult kind of strip. It's where all the adult clubs are. It was called the Block, and that's everything. It's still there to this day, and it is hinky as shit. But I got kind of dragged there against my will for my bachelor party, buddy. It was rough. It was a rough ass Baltimore going to the Block. Like the brother tried as soon as we got down there, like, hey man, you want to park out here? I'm watching vehicle had the alley valet and shit. Like, nah, man, you ain't sticking me and watching my vehicle. Like, nah, it was it was a fucking scene, man. Let me tell you. Oh my god, but the lactating one, that's kind of my line right there. FJM lets cite Clyde though that he's feeling better today. Our calcified friend. Dang Lizard says, I heard Rob Saul does some very disturbing dog breeding. There is that. Well,
I know I have a lot of gay tendencies, but
there's a reason for that.
I was raised by a gay man.
There you go. Electric Hey Gino says Boston Terriers are the best breed, obviously. And I saw my friend Space Chief 75 checked in with his vote for German Shepherds. He says we all know that the German Shepherd is the best dog. What you do with your doggy? What you do? No, what you do? Oh, we love the little dog. We got that. We heard about Rob. Boston Terriers. Widow Killer says, no good girls. As someone with female dogs, I'm very offended. No good girls. As someone, I got a girl. I got a dog. Need a good girl. She sold it. Whoa. Tits McGee 2.0 says, the daytime ones got to be done in time to pick their kids up at school. Great point. Great point. Tits McGee checking in with that's a great comment. Yes, fake titties. We know that. It's lunchtime. Yeah, the lunchtime trips. Exactly, Space Chief. I like a stripper with a C-section scar. I like a stripper with a C-section scar. I ain't scared. I love them. That's crazy. That's right. The more, the better. The more scars, the better, says Tracy Morgan. Remember he went on that whole rant on Howard Stern about, I love a good season. I love some talking about the fluids that he likes and all that stuff. Let me see. What do I got here? I have, come on. There we go. I got, son of a bitch. At the wrong thing. Here we go. Come on. I got
you know when the pussy good though, when you see that discharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see that cream, when you put your dick in it and make that fart sound. This is your dick. This is your ding-a-ling, god damn it. I know because this room smell like socks and bus off. I love the thick C-section scar.
There it is. I found it.
Really?
I love a C-section. I like battle wounds, god damn it.
Like battle
wounds.
wounds.
Get tall. Yeah, oh my god, I love the thick C-section scar.
Really?
I love a C-section. I like battle wounds, god damn it. I'm from the ghetto.
All those clips are from that one appearance when he was just in there carrying on saying shit like this. He was like,
oh my god, I love the way y'all smell down there and everything.
Oh, really?
Feet and toes. I like to come in the house and I tell my wife, when you hear them keys jingling at the door, I want you standing way at the end of the hallway with your panties down and your butt cheeks like this.
And what do you mean? So
open them up.
Ready for you to
buttholes and toes, Artie.
Buttholes and toes.
Buttholes and toes.
And when you
I like to send a woman to the hair salon and let her get bangs in her hair, then come in her hair. Come in her back. Ain't like nothing like sperm and bangs, baby. Yeah, oh my god, I love the way the thesis.
That's Tracy Morgan, boy. There, pop you. I folded on you, buddy. The block is so dangerous. Yeah, Terry Nee. That's where the reluctant part came in about me going there for my bachelor party. Terry Nee getting the thumbs up from Space Chief. Dragged unwillingly. Yeah, I was dragged against my will, Justa. In that, you know, the boys when they plan it, Scott, they don't do what you want. They do what they would like to do. That's kind of what I had. Yeah. They didn't go, hey, Bob, would you mind going to the block or not? Or does it bother you? They didn't give a fuck. I just, well, my boys, they were good. It was my brother and some of my boys. They tried, but, you know, I'm lucky enough to have a nice wife and all. And what they brought along for the party, it just, Just a guess says juicy man meat with emojis. I love my American bulldog. He's a sweetie, says Sight Clyde. Poppy says the last time I went was a bachelor party 19 years ago. They had a shower on stage and the stripper kept splashing me. 2 days later, I had pink eye. Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere where the lotions are being exchanged. No, the fluids, bodily fluids shouldn't be no part of going to any of these clubs. All right. Well, I think we did more than a couple few stories. We did sufficiently with the news. I think I'm going to make my way back over to my regular studio setup. I hope you enjoyed that. Those were a couple few stories that we had a lot of fun talking about at length. That was the BF Live, The Vibe. Not so serious news. Now on to more show fun. Here we go, folks. You are listening and or watching BF Live The Vibe 275. It is Thursday, March 27th. We are about halfway, almost exactly halfway through a 3-hour episode of The Vibe, which we do here every day, Monday through Friday. Shout out to the 32 awesome people hanging out in the chat. Thanks for all the love and the membership chats and all the fun so far. We're not even done having fun yet, folks. We're hanging out with my boy Scott Fitzpatrick right here. When we come back, we got some other fun we can get into. We can check the National Day calendar. We are definitely going to fall down Scott's Tammy rabbit hole. We're going to ask Scott about his love of Tammy. I got all kind of stuff. We can get to the juicy man meat and bricked up segments. We're definitely going to get in a little Perry talk and talk about March Matters and talk about how Victor showed up last night and what he tried to clean up for Perry. All of that and more coming right on the other side of this piss break, folks. It's only 2.5 minutes, so this is what your time to do. It's time to pause for the cause. You can grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab something to eat, grab a friend and tell them ain't nobody has more fun than we do right here in the midday. And when we get back, we're going to do Perry talk and a lot more right after this 2.5 minute piss break, folks. Come back right after this.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
But pee-pee touching time is over, and we are back for the second half of BF Live The Vibe. It is Thursday, and it's just my first show today, folks. Thursday, March 27th. This is just the beginning of my fun day with you guys hanging out with the chat family, because tonight at 10 p.m. East, we're going to do it with Chris Abels. We're going to drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We're going to hang out on the 100 Proof podcasting channel for Replayables. You guys come spin the wheel, and we have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun during the week. I'm glad we got some Hardy Bunch out here. They ain't scared to party, and that's why we kind of do like the kind of midweek freaks thing. So tonight, when it's real late at night and your family and your life is settled down, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to go to bed yet. I want to hang out with some good people and watch some videos and maybe smoke a little bit. Come join us tonight at 10 o'clock East on 100 Proof podcasting channel for Replayables. All right, let's take some of this stuff down and let's have a little musical interlude here, and then we're going to get into some more fun. We're going to fall down Tammy's hole with Scott, but right now let's have a little jam. Let's play the immigrant song, a little.
Well, then let's rock that.
Also known as, I call him Girl Gwar. I get those Gwar vibes, but yeah, we got the Autobots roll out. Have you heard of Metalachi, the Metalachi version? I might have heard something like that. That does sound kind of familiar. How you doing? Dang Lizard checking in. But now we're going to get ready to fall down Scott's rabbit hole because, you know, Scott, you throw these videos and you're kind of hooked on this Tammy. Hooked on a feeling, aren't you?
I am.
You've admitted it, and I think I'm gonna say that, you know, you're nice enough to do all these shows, and you took a day off. You always took days off, but I'm picturing Scott just sitting home yesterday, going, you know what? I need all Tammy today. I'm not doing shows. I'm getting too distracted. I can't make these good shorts. She's putting out stuff too fast. I think you just spent the day with Tammy, is what I'm getting at.
You ain't far off, really.
I think you had a Tammy day yesterday. I think that's what he did, Terry Nee. Him and Tammy hung out and all. So, well, how about let's play a couple Tammy videos right here. So let's see. Oh, talking about Chris said that he had pink eye when he went to a strip club. That's terrible. That's a horrible story. The shower on the stage, the water splashes you, you get pink eye. Oh my God. Well, you know what? It turns out he's not the only one that got pink eye. Maybe Tammy was at the strip club too, because Tammy's got a story about pink eye too. Look at that face. That's a face. I'm not even sure a mother could love that face. Oh, let me put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. Oh my. That looks like a caricature. I want to see a caricature artist draw a caricature of this woman and like exaggerate it even more. But let's see what's Tammy's hole. This is Tammy's pink eye problem.
Okay, get your pink eye off my arm. I can feel it protruding on me. Nasty. Okay, get your pink eye off my arm. I can feel it protruding on me.
Get your pink eye off my arm.
You'll wait till you see what it is.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the butthole. I thought it was actual pink eye.
I know. She's a mess. Fucking mess.
The dog's a mess.
A flipping mess. I'm gonna try to clean my language up so kids can watch me.
She's trying to be like Sam Kinison. She's probably trying to be family friendly entertainment, huh, Scott?
Yeah, and she cusses more than anybody I've ever met, man.
Yes, yeah, she like goes into a psycho rant at at an unknown time. She'll just go into, off the cuff. She'll just go into a psycho rant. So, and I always tell you that I love these people. I mean, you certainly found like a character, Scott, no doubt. And I love these people that they're living, whatever condition they're living in, they're not living in a great condition, but they always feel that they know how to tell everybody else how to live. They're smarter than everybody else, and they really know what's going on. And
Right.
Tammy really knows. She knows who the liars really are, Scott. She knows who the liars are.
They think they're lying and covering shit up. They ain't doing shit. But lies! The government's gonna get took down because God's gonna take them down or take them. Yeah.
Look at the dog up there.
I've been paying attention to the dog a lot lately. And
They
it
think
cries
they're
a lot.
lying and covering shit up.
Well,
They
yeah,
ain't.
because look at that face. Because look, I paused it. I'm choking on this. I'm laughing. I choked. I paused it and unpaused it, and I still caught an ugly face, Scott. I wasn't even trying to hold the same ugly face. But yeah, I often wonder.
Keep in mind, she's 54.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So that's a good thing to know. I didn't know. But as far as the dog goes, I often wonder what goes through the mind of a dog, because I do think some people put in the chat that a lot of times these pets are smarter than some of these owners that they're with, right?
Yeah, the dog,
makes
you can almost see it, look at it, her with concern on its face.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? Uh-oh. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. Let me see. I got some email coming in and stuff. I got I'm multitasking here. Let me see what the fresh stuff is. Oh, I'll save that. I think I might know what that is. I'm gonna save out a little bit. I'm gonna save that to our next segment. She has a strong jawline, says Popke. Yes, she's got a face, boy. Oh, says, yeah, we got that. Like, share, and subscribe to the Bible, says Jerry Lahane. Popke says, it's bad when your dog's asshole is the most attractive thing on the screen. Holy shit.
She's got more cheekbone than a skeleton.
The demon eyes. She got them demon eyes. Fitz Hole, says Terry Nee. Hall Patrick, says Terry Nee. He's not Hall Patrick. That has that 3-name vibe to it, like Tammy Hall Patrick or something. I like that one. Her dog is making mine run around. Wait a minute. Making your dog run around? What does this do for your dog? I heard that this does something for your dogs too. It's a horror movie, says Jerry Lahine. He's not wrong. She literally scares me, says Cy Clyde. She's coming in for a Scott kiss. Oh, not breeding material. Hopefully those eggs dried up. Let me see. Here we go.
But lies! The government's gonna get took down because God's gonna take them down.
I like the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the dog's whining like, bitch, you crazy. Stop being crazy, bitch. Bitch, it's crazy.
They think they're
That is a
covering
bitch's
shit
crazy
up.
cry, Scott, no doubt. That is, bitch is crazy. Please save me. I can interpret dog whining. What are you saying, doggy? She did what to you? For money? Holy shit, I hope you got paid for it. Let's see. Well, not breeding material. There goes my dog. There goes my hero. The dog is saying, help. See, Brutal Pain can hear the same thing. We both speak dog, unlike some other people that speak dog.
I know I have a lot of gay tendencies, but
There you go. Dang Lizard says, Tammy looks like she does the Nutella orange without the Nutella or the orange. That was a great challenge. That's a great observation, Dang Lizard, because I'm gonna agree with that one. I agree with that one. All right, now she has theories about things. She has theories about the environment and the atmosphere, about the grass, Scott, right?
Yeah, something called hemlock. The hemlock is some sort of God and one of our presidents got together and they made a garden. They made a garden, and the garden's out of control, and the hemlock is killing everybody.
Let's hear Tammy's take on this.
I found the cure. They don't know complete cure. They think they got the answers to this grass and the plague that's going to hit them. But what they don't realize is, see, them grasses are what the world the world was under.
Darren, knows what she's talking about.
They don't realize they're cheating, skanking asses, that the 7 bowls have not been poured out yet.
We got to smoke the 7 bowls, Scott. That's what I put in our chat about this when you sent it. I was like, we got to smoke 7 bowls for Tammy, dude.
What are they going to do with that plague? They're crazy. Okay? They didn't get shit. God just does to see how people's going to act. And they acted exactly how they thought he would. Exactly how he thought they would. Like shit, didn't they?
Terry, does it not scare you? Because Terry Nee's throwing out some facts here in the middle of this. Don't it scare you when you see a person coming off crazy like this? But I've mentioned this to Scott the other day, but then there's some threads of truth in there when you go, I kind of agree with her on that little part of it or something like that, right?
Right.
It starts making you question your own senility. Hemlock Society, and then Terry Nee says the Hemlock Society was a right to die and assisted suicide advocacy organization that existed from 1980 to 2003. That's a more you know from Terry Nee. Clown School Day. Yes, she looks like she has that. Yeah. Oh my God. You got to do that, Scott. There's filters out there. We got to get somebody to throw one of those filters that kind of take the shape of the person, like do a clown filter on her. That might be amazing. Wow. Oh my God, she is scary.
She can control her facial muscle. Because I kind of get in there and study her face.
Yes.
She's got muscles in her face that we don't normally have. I mean, around her mouth and stuff, and she can control her eyes
independently. Yes, she has independent control over parts of her face. Like she can do something with her eyes, something with her forehead. She can do something with her teeth and her jaws. She has all this independent, like psycho control over her face. This one is just titled Living in the Back Seat. So I imagine it's just another day being Tammy, huh?
Yeah.
With your heart, I don't know if you should watch Tammy FJM. Yeah, that's right. It's Jack Nicklaus' face. Yeah. Jack Nicklaus.
Jim Carrey's who.
Here's Jack. What's that?
Jim Carrey's who she gets, people usually compare with the most, the faces of Jim Carrey.
Yes, Jim Carrey. That's a good pull. Yeah. Here's Johnny. Let's see. And this next one, this is just living in the back seat. Let's see what kind of faces and thoughts she has for us on this one.
I don't care if I live in a car You know, at least I got a car. There's a lot of American people that don't even have a car. And the government's got them out on the roads, and they don't care. They'll make them move their tents, and you know what that feels like? Do you know what that feels like? It feels really low. You're Mexican. Well, I'm sorry if you're in America right now, because it's kind of shady, ain't it, sweetie? I'm sorry. You know, that could have been why them little Hispanic boys were so hateful to me.
There you go, Tammy getting hated on by Hispanic boys. Scott's falling for Tammy. Yes.
You see that tube over her, what would be her left shoulder coming through the window there?
Let me give it back.
I found out what that is today.
All right. Well, I wouldn't know. I would just assume it's some kind of fresh air exhaust tube. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. See, she lives in that vehicle, and it's wintertime. What that is like it's some kind of it's like a redneck heater. There's some kind of motoring thing outside in the bed of her truck.
Really?
It's got a big muffler coming out of it, and it's a redneck heater. I've just made a video of it right before the show. I think if anybody wants to go check that out,
Bruno Payne says, I was about to ask you if you showed him the heater video. Is it on your page?
Yeah. I think it'll say redneck heater if you look at it. I can't remember. It's one of the last 2 or 3. Yeah, the one that says
Crazy.
Redneck Crazy. That's it.
My heater. My redneck heater. It don't stay there when I drive, so slow your rolls. Slow your rolls. Yeah, it's a parking heat.
You're Mexican, yeah, she said that.
Good friend off of here bought it for me.
Uh-oh, Scott.
Yeah.
A good friend off of here bought it for me. Scott, is somebody keeping her warm?
Somebody is.
It's kept me warm in the winter months.
She'll show it in a second.
In the winter months, it's kept me from chafing.
Chafing?
No, it's got a muffler on the outside. I ain't stupid.
I ain't stupid.
No carbon monoxide. It's got a muffler out there. See my little muffler? See that little muffler? It's outside. It's got a big chunk of plastic stuck to it because I let my tote touch it.
Because I let my tote touch it, not her toe, but she let her tote.
Yeah, I end up getting a look at the tote. It's like I guess because being homeless, he carries things around in totes.
Yes.
And there's a melted tote in the back of her vehicle there that touched the muffler. The thing.
I think your tote's in love with her. I think that's kind of what's going on here. I'm talking about totes. All right. Well, speaking of totes, we're going to kind of segue this in because let me see what's called. We're going to segue this into, because that's kind of what we do here. We flow from one thing to the other and create a vibe. This is going to segue into a Terry knowledge break. So here we go. And you can imagine with Terry knowledge break, you can imagine that it might have something to do with the current topic. So let's check out our newest Terry knowledge break. Here it comes. Oh, actually, if I share it with you properly, that would help you see it better, wouldn't it? So let me go to video file, and I'll go to the Terry folder, and I click on it, and we do a Terry knowledge break. This is called Old Man Scott, a Terry knowledge break.
You're a coward, old man. You're a coward, old man. I'm involved no more. Stay the fuck away from my family. Stay the fuck away from my...
Scott, what'd you do to her?
Created!
And that was our Terry knowledge break of the day. He called that Old Man Scott.
Terry Nee's just as obsessed with her as I am, man.
well, I mean, he was always like he was a Ray guy, and now he's turning into a you guy and a Tammy guy. That's a whole thing going on here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking because you guys you both were like the two that are the most greatest defenders of Ray DeVito. So I know you had that in common. Let me check that off. We haven't done that yet, and we got a friend jumping in backstage. So let me take some things out of studio. So there we go. We kind of fell down the Tammy hole, so we're kind of ending that up just in time to do the next thing we got to do. And let's bring our friend in. You know who he is. He's my friend. He's yours. He's from the Great White North. He's smoking. He's Bobby Nick.
Hey,
Bob. What's up, buddy?
Motherfuckers.
How you doing?
Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's just, yesterday
all the snow was gone.
Yeah.
Now this morning I looked out my door, and it's all back. It's like,
You can't fool yourself that you're not Canadian. You can't, like, with the snow gone, you go at least kind of go, well, it's not so snowy or cold. I can act like I'm not Canadian, but nope, you're Canadian. Got the snow and everything, huh?
Yeah. It's
All
bad.
right.
It's bad.
All right.
It's still snowing too. It looks
Hmm.
like it's just going to continue and continue and continue.
Well, hang in there, buddy. You know, I know you're going to be online. You're going to be mostly ignoring it anyway. Kind of being on here with us, so stay warm with
True
us.
enough. True enough.
Tammy's dog hole, maybe. Okay. We just got done reviewing all those most recent Scott Tammy videos because he's putting them out so fast, and he wasn't here yesterday. We had to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and then Terry Nee's having a little fun with them, but she has a winner with that Tammy there, boys. She is definitely a winner. Wake up, Bob and Nick, says Jerry Lahane checking in.
I'm awake.
Wake up, Bob and Nick. BP, Terry, and Jerry Bones. 2 joints getting the love from Peacunt. Peacunt, Goonie Goo Goo from 2 joints. Bobby Nick from Peacunt. Apparently, I'm Ray's buddy because Dang Lizard says Ray DM'd me yesterday. What's going on with that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know, you can blame Tukey for my tardiness because, or 2K for my tardiness because, well, we were doing the Boner show last night. He told me about a show called Catfish, and so I ended up downloading the first 6 seasons, and I watched
the one that was on MTV.
Man.
I watched like the first, I watched like the first 8 episodes. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, when that first started going down, before people were really aware of people like manipulating images and all that stuff. Yeah, people were going out on social media, like putting out their best story, sharing their best picture and all. And then you meet them, and the person's like tore up from the floor up. They don't look nothing like they're not even the person they say they were, right, Bob?
It's Tammy Hole.
No,
yeah,
no,
you get
it
Tammy
was,
Hole. What else?
It was pretty crazy. But I mean, I think it was the 3rd episode that I watched. I was like, why the fuck does this dude even need to be catfishing this bitch? She's fucking ugly as fuck.
Right. Ray DMs me when he's going on. Oh, he goes, hey, Terry, come on up. Come over with your money. I'm going to be doing my show, my friend. Ray New, says Dang Lizard. Hashtag Ray New. You knew. FJM is laughing, which is good. Well, Bobby Nick is with us. Yeah, so we just got done falling down, the old good old Tammy hole. So you were watching Catfish, catching up on Catfish, huh?
Yeah, I want to watch the original movie tonight, where it was the guy's story.
Man, you really got it.
I'm getting into it, man. Yeah.
Well, so you're falling down the Catfish hole. Scott's falling down the Tammy hole. I'm glad you guys are joining me here for the vibe. Why don't we let's keep on going. What I got left to play here. We got a couple more videos. I'm not gonna play every of them today. We'll save some for tomorrow. How about let's do this real quick before? I mean, we haven't really moved on. What about your boy Cyrax and the haters?
Oh yeah, Cyrax is a great one, man. I mean, he doesn't look real. He looks odd.
I give you that. When I look at it, I'm like, this is if like Jake thought he was a badass and had an attitude.
Yeah,
like this is hard ass Jake Hudson, if you ask me. Like
and
when
this guy, and I went deep in the Cyrax hole too, so you don't really feel sorry for this guy or nothing, the way he looks and stuff, because he is a miserable human being, man. He's a piece of crap.
Wow. I know, because I've seen some people already kind of aware of him, and that's where people were like shitting on him right away. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I can't figure the algorithm out. I'm always watching the numbers and trying to figure it out, if there is a way to figure it out. And I've noticed a lot of times on my videos, the first half hour, an hour, that'll be when I get the most views. And then it just, when they die, man. They don't hardly get nothing again,
You're talking about the shorts, right?
Right, shorts.
Yeah, they do. They're like comments, Scott. I've noticed that too, because I've like traced the shorts and see how they perform. Yeah, and then once they fall out of the algorithm, yeah, you get like, I'm like, maybe I could hashtag them again and throw them back in, but there doesn't seem to be no way to get them back in the algorithm.
Right. And the reason I brought that up is I got one Cyrax video. For some reason, after 4 days, it only had a couple hundred views. And then usually there's dead after that. It'll never see nothing. But for some reason, it's woke up And it's got like 2,000 views on it. It was that one that was counting off his girlfriends, what things that are important to him. 1, 2, one. He's back all over the place.
Okay.
Whatever it is about that video, woke up. And then it's getting like 20 views every 60 minutes or something like that. After
a week. Neat. Blummel's divorce lawyer checks in and says, "Chat family and the three amigos. What are you gonna know?" I like that. The three amigos.
Blummel's, good to see you, brother.
Pecan shouts out, "I'm gonna fall down the watering hole later," says Brutal Pain. The movie is great. Tits McGee says of Catfish.
Yeah.
Scott, what is he going into court for? Talking about Cyrax?
Oh, yeah, that one. I believe the video that I have where he was actually going to court is there's a guy called Music Biz Marty that's like the ultimate troll. Man. And he's, like I said, don't feel sorry for Cyrax. He's trolling a guy that kind of deserves it. The guy actually went to his house and was leading little protests and holding signs and yelling at Cyrax's house. And then Cyrax comes out with a baseball bat and chaos ensued. I got that I got a little bit of that on my shorts too, if you guys would be interested in seeing that. But anyway,
all right, well, I'm not
going
to
go. Confrontation happened and made him go to court.
All right, I'm not going to go too far down the Cyrax hole because, as you can see, Dang Lizard says Cyrax is disgusting he
is gross,
disgusting for me. It's too disgusting for me. So so because of that, but I am kind of interested only because this one kind of reminded me of this is like if Jake Hudson tried to be a hard ass. So maybe we'll just watch this one. But this is Cyrax about fanboys. He's got an opinion about all you haters out there.
You guys.
Oh, with auto tune, of course.
Call me a locale. You guys say that I'm weak. I say that you guys are pussies. I say that you guys are jealous of what I'm able to fucking do. Because see, there's one fact that you cannot deny.
What's that?
Whether you love me or whether you fucking hate me, you still fucking watch me. Therefore, all y'all haters are just secret fanboys. You guys call me
Oh my God. That's like hard ass Jake Hudson right there. Didn't Music Biz Marty pass recently?
I keep waiting for that to be a part of the troll, man, and him pop up alive. But because I've seen the funeral, I tell you, man, I went deep in these people's lives.
It sounds like you know a lot of details, bro.
I seen the funeral, and it looks a little stagey to me. I think Music Biz Marty is he's supposed to be dead, but I'll be surprised if he don't pop back up in Cyrax's life with an ultimate.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Jake is 6'2", though. Still amazed by that, says Terry Nee. Is he actually 6'2"?
He's 6 foot something, according to Jake.
Yeah, it might be those WWE measurements or something, right? And now entering the ring.
Hey, by the way.
Haha, I do not watch you, Cyrax. Dang Lizard says, MBM family asked not to be doxxed, which was funny. Good morning, the nerd checking in, boys. You know what to do. Ready? Good morning to the nerd. Good morning, nerd. Waver checks in and says, no filter, Bobby Nick in the MFN house. That means the motherfucking house. Right. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning to the nerd. Hoya you Hoyas to everybody from the Space Nerd. And there's the nerd call going out from Brutal Pain. All right. Well, we did our little Cyrax thing in our Tammy hole. Now we got Bobby Nick. I'm going to go over to the National Day calendar because it's always a holiday or celebration for someone or something. So let's do it and get into it and to check the National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
All right, folks, we are heading into the weekend. We are working for the weekend, some might say. It is Thursday, March 27th, so we go to the National Day calendar for the National Day Hey Hey segment we do here to see what kind of weird holidays or celebrations are set for us today, near the end of the month. And on National Calendar Day, for today, the 27th, it's National Scribble Day. Scribble Day, that's okay if it's not on the walls. We can talk about that. National Spanish Paella Day? Paella? I don't know that one. And it's just National Joe Day, like my name is Joe. And I think in the past I've heard about some of these things that they've done for National Joe Day. So let's start out with National Scribble Day. Luckily, I think I raised my kids right that they didn't scribble on the walls. But this almost looks like they're scribbling on the walls, right, guys?
Yeah, that's what they're
doing.
Yeah. And I think they even have like these they have these washable markers that'll wash off the walls now, guys, and they'll let the kids do this and then wash it off. I'm like, I don't even want to encourage the notion of picking up, right, Bob, of picking up any instrument and going, it's okay to like write on a wall, because they don't know when they're going to pick up the one that isn't erasable, right?
Exactly.
On National Scribble, guys,
it's the gateway to a spray can.
Oh, that's right.
You might be right.
I didn't even take it to that level, Scott, but to me, it was definitely the gateway to allowing it, to acceptance, like to saying it's okay to pick up something and draw on the wall. I didn't even take it to that level about when I get older, I'm going to tag stuff. I learned it by watching you. All right. Let's read about National Scribble Day. On March 27th, it inspires children to kindness through art. Well, that's interesting. Each of us starts out as a little colorful, wrinkled up human being with eyes, nose, and sometimes a shock of hair. Our personality develops as we go. We're a bit like a scribble. Children's scribbles become more than just scribbles when eyes and a smile are added. Somehow a personality leaps onto the page with it. Encourages children to grow and express themselves. The positive result of looking back at them spreads a surge of joy that is infectious. I will say that to this day, I still have coloring drawings and artwork that my children have drawn around my house to this day, like on refrigerators in my basement and stuff, guys. So, and they do. I kind of look at those. I'm like, wow, that was kind of the good old days.
Yeah, I got kind of a keepsake place where I kept my things like that.
Do you? And I've even, in the digital age, Scott, I even took to take a couple pictures of them. But I think they're going to be like flimsy and they're not going to stand the test of time, like a scribble. I even got some digital pictures. So that is true that these scribbles from back in the day, they can you can look back on them fondly. So there you go. How do you observe Scribble Day? Scribble with a child on National Scribble Day. Whether it laughs, dances, or grins, it doesn't matter. The child can laugh, dance, and grin too. So there you go. It's Scribble Day. So get your scribble on. Scott, there were times throughout like a hectic day or when I was watching the kids or something that and they were drawing. I would like sit down like at their level and kind of draw and just kind of let my mind go away and just kind of scribble with them at times, or color with them.
Yeah. Whenever I arrived at Stormy's house, that was one of our first things I did with my granddaughter.
Yeah.
We were just kind of sitting around looking for something to do. One of our first things was drawing some pictures for each other.
Draw some pictures. Oh yeah, and I know you like drawing because you drew that picture of Andrew when we first started doing shows. You were like just sitting there bored during a show, and you like scribbled this scribble of Andrew. That kind of I like that. You don't still have it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I ain't got it here, but I got it in a picture frame somewhere.
Yeah, you remember that too, right, Bobby Nick? That scribble of Andrew. I'm like, I'll be damned, that looks like Andrew. That's when I first got a notion that Scott could really draw or anything. So it's Scribble Day. How about National Spanish Paella Day? It looks like it's got shrimp in it, big shrimp. Let's see, it looks like something I don't eat, but we'll go over it anyway. March 27th is the annual observance of National Spanish Paella Day. I think that's how you say that. A rice dish from Spain, paella has become a very popular and is known worldwide. It originated in its modern form in the mid-19th century in Valencia, on the east coast of Spain. At lunchtime, workers in the fields would make the rice dish in a flat pan over a fire. They mixed in whatever they could find, such as rabbits. Holy shit. Hey, grab that shit, senor. Just throw that shit in. Rabbits, snails, and vegetables. Later, for special occasions, chicken was added. Paella has spread to every region of Spain and worldwide, using almost any type of ingredients that goes well with rice. And there's many versions of it. So there you go. There's key ingredients. So it's just rice with whatever you like in it. And they call it paella. How about National Joe Day? I worked for a guy named Joe. I knew a couple guys named Joe. It's National Joe Day. But I thought Bob was like a basic name. But Joe's a pretty common name too, right there? Joe is.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt, Joe Mama.
Matt's a good paella, just misunderstood. Paella is delicious. Paella World Order, says Matt. Matt's checking in. Matt stuck in here. How you doing, Matt?
Talking about your channel earlier, the walking videos, man.
Yes, kids are awesome until puberty, right? I say kids are awesome until they talk back, till they get old enough to talk back. That was my limit. Let me see. Yeah, go see Matt Scott was bragging about you, saying that you have some really good outdoor videos in high definition. So go check out Matt's page. And Matt, you can throw your link in the chat if you want to, buddy. Their YouTube page. But it's National Joe Day, not coffee, but National Joe Day on March 27th encourages everyone to enjoy. Oh, actually, it is. How about that? It is. Enjoy a cup of Joe with all of your friends' name. Oh, Joe, Joey, Joseph, and Josephine. While you're at it, don't forget Joette, Jody, Johanna, and Jody, or any other variant of the name Joe. If you didn't know it, you could create quite a few nicknames from this one name. Joey, Bobby, Vanoa, Foa. But Joey C. Day? Whoa, no. That's the Chunkster. Look behind him. It's the Chunkster's checking in. Whoa, look behind me. Whoa, it's the Chunkster. He's coming up my ass. What the hell are you doing there? But it's National Joe Day. So they're saying they recommend you drink a thing of a Joe with a friend named Joe. Famous Joes. How about an American football player and coach, Joe Montana? Politician Joanne Emerson, comedian Joe Pesci, and musician-actor, politician Joe Biden, musician Josephine Baker. So there's all the different names of Joe. You know, so if you know a Joe, go and say yo to your bro Joe if you know him. I think we covered all the ones. It was only 3 of them, and we covered all of them. So now let's get on with the show. That was just a little check with the National Day calendar with the National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
Four minutes after 2 o'clock, we are 4 minutes into hour number 3 of the 3-hour show we provide you every day, Monday through Friday. This is the Vibe Stream Show 275. Could you hook a brother up with a like, share, subscribe for absolutely free wherever you might be watching today? You can watch and or listen to this episode today on YouTube, on BF Live The Vibe, on Rumble of the same name, and on my Facebook. Thank you all very much. Blowjob Day says 2 joints, if you're so inclined. It's the Chunkster, bones up. GI says the Chunkster. Terry Nee says, I'm scared of Joe the Producer Day. Oh, heavens no. So many Joes. Is that tomorrow, Terry Nee? Yo, 2J from the Junkster. 2 joints, shouts out, Bobby Nick. Wendy send you some pics yet today?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Yeah, that was amazing. We were trying to I think we were wrapping up the show yesterday, Bob. We were just about coming down to the finish line, and all of a sudden you went, "Ooh!" You like shouted out. Yeah. Good call. So, yes, 2 joints. If you didn't hear the scream yet, the shock scream of horror yet, then the pics have not come through yet. All right. Space Nerd says 2 joints. Do you think she participates in Booby Tuesday? They're talking about there on the Vibe. Having fun creating vibes in the chat today. Let me see what else I got to throw out your way before we get on to some more fun stuff. What was this one? Did I play this one? Oh, I don't mean to play that one. I don't need to play that one. I was going to play you. I played you the ostrich races. I was just out here looking for some stuff to play on here on the internet, guys, and I found this kind of old, kind of obscure clip. And the reason it's obscure, well, it's an old Howard Stern clip. It's just like 2 minutes, and it involves Van Halen, but not just any form of Van Halen. This was Gary Cherone Van Halen stopped in on the Howard Stern show. Oh, so I don't know how many of you went full Gary Cherone Van Halen, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but here's a little 2-minute video. We're going to relive the old days of the Howard Stern show with just a little quick video, and rest in peace, one of the best, dare I say, guitar players. I mean, he created new standards in guitar playing, Eddie Van Halen. We're going to take a little back in time with a little kind of mini whack package. We're going to look at Van Halen visiting Howard Stern show with Gary Cherone was the singer.
You're the guy that... No, I'm kidding. No. I think Howard is Howard, and the guests are the guests. And he's Howard.
Do you guys prepare? You guys prepared for the show? That's his brother Alex there, of course. My wife, he has a book out about this whole thing, Bobby Nick, about his brother passing and all. It's called Brothers.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, she said it was really good, and she said he kind of clears up some of the stories that are out there and all, and kind of says it from a family point of view, because he says he got tired at some point hearing everyone else's point of view, and they weren't really family, and they really weren't involved in with the band. So he put out a book called Brothers, if you're kind of interested in the whole Van Halen story and Eddie passing.
Show, obviously,
What's they prepare for? Yeah, woke up, brush your teeth. You're part of it, right? Do you prepare? Yeah.
You guys just sat down and started jamming?
I with Gary, he was about the third
fourth person that we were making.
So I saw Sammy Hagar Van Halen live. I never saw Gary Cherone live. I did buy the CD because I was a Van Halen head, but I saw Van Hagar is what I saw. I got a Michael Anthony guitar pick, Scott.
Oh, did you?
A bass pick? Yeah, we sat that close to the side of the stage that they were just slinging them to us. And so I have a Michael Anthony bass guitar pick. It's pretty cool. I'll have to see if I can break it out and show you. We go watch
music with, and the object wasn't to find out if we could find somebody who could sing, because we knew Gary could sing.
Right.
We just wanted to know if we'd get along.
Right.
So we hung out with him for about a week, and then he never left.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I'm still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
That's like what Ed said earlier. There's no planets revolving around his head, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It'll happen.
He said, okay.
It'll happen.
It takes about 10 years.
Later.
The 10-year evolution.
Now, what about the rumor that Gary signed his contract in Disappearing Ink? You know, I was listening to that Best Of collection. They play it at my gym all the time. The Van Halen Best Of. It's got the best of David Lee Roth and the Sammy Hagar years.
Right.
But goddamn, that is a good record, man. I mean, there are a lot of great songs on there. That is a lot of pressure, man, to come into a band like that. And then
you gotta wonder, is the stuff I do with the band?
To it.
Oh, come on.
So Gary Cherone, if anybody can put it together, he was with that band Extreme, and he did that famous song. Their most famous song was "More Than Words." Yes, that guitar-driven power ballad. That's really a really good, well done song. But yeah, Gary Cherone was a great singer in his own right. But I think at the end, when Sammy left and on, then they kind of pulled him in. It's when the wheels started falling off. I think it's fair to say.
Is it as great as the other stuff that they've done?
I think you can't compare it.
So you go over Ed's house, and what do? You bring Gary over there, and you all start jamming? That's how this album came together?
Well, yeah, kind of in a relaxed way. We went over some older material to see if Gary, how he felt with it.
And do you have broads around while you're recording, or do you guys basically, is it a male bonding thing?
Yeah, it's kind of private.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I think Gary was a little disappointed there.
No wives
He
or...
thought there was going to be a wild time, and it wasn't.
Thought there'd be some sex or something, you know? Eddie, sit down.
For God's
Eddie,
sake.
sit down. You want to put your guitar together for you. What the hell are you doing? You're going to put your guitar together the whole time?
This is how he usually does interviews, I think.
No, because not even like Yoko's there or some babe to inspire you guys?
No, it's really relaxing. We're not always in there all four at the same time. Sometimes Ed and Gary working, sometimes Ed by himself.
Hold on a second. I see Eddie has his guitar. Eddie, let me...
Is he going to...
What are you doing? No, Eddie.
He's gonna play music.
You want to play something? No?
Look, Eddie just trying to play. He don't want to do no fucking interview.
You just set up your...
There you go. So that's a good bag. Looking at a legend. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Looking back at a couple legends. I found my guitar pick, guys. I'll try to throw it up here, but this is it. Here, throw them around. I'll try to... Oh, of course, it's yellow. Oh, wow.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'd have to turn the green screen over, do something with it. Let's see. But yeah, it's got the... You can kind of see the
I
VH
can see the
logo.
Van Halen song.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I can see Van Halen, yeah.
And then the other side, it's smaller. There's Michael Anthony's autograph right there.
Oh, cool.
There you go. So yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh man, I remember another memory from that concert was, of course, the marijuana was being smoked liberally, right? That was back in the day where they were still, you could smoke cigarettes, so you could just blend in with the cigarette people, right?
Yeah.
But at that point they were starting to crack down, I remember, and somebody got popped with a whole little lunch brown baggie of fucking joints, Scott. They kept getting thrown from row to row. It ended up like in our row by our feet at one point when the people came. Yeah,
right.
Because the people were nice. They handed us out one, and before you know it, they were getting busted. So it was like, yeah, everybody's like kicking the bag around, not letting them find the bag. So
I was always too scared to do it so far in the open like that, man. I never could do it.
Yeah, I did it around long as there were smokers around where I could like hide my smoke in them. We did that. Pretty cool, BF. Yep. I have a potato pick if you wanted, BF. Yeah, I know. Oh, potato. That's when Cardiff Electric. That's from Cardiff Electric. That's what he means. He got that up in Pottstown. Those pants rad. What a legend, man. Yeah, and ain't nothing more than I love just going through every now and then when I'm wanting some Eddie, just go through my collection and listen to that stuff. All right, well, that was a fun little kind of video and all, but like I said, I bought the CD, Scott, but if you put a gun in my head, I couldn't probably name the Van Halen song Gary Cherone song that he
the
sung.
only song that really
I don't know.
kind of, I can't remember the name of it, but it was on the Twister soundtrack.
Wow, good pull.
The movie Twister.
Really?
But that was still.
Was that Cherone?
No, I don't think so. I think that was still
Maybe
Let
I'm
me
wrong.
see. Let me do Van Halen Twister soundtrack. Let me see. Van.
yeah, I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was still.
Well, I
Fuck, I
might be
can't
wrong.
remember the song, but
Well, there
I think
is
that-
Time and Wheat. Time and
Yeah.
Wheat does that. It's called Human Beings, song by
Human
Van
Beings,
Halen.
yeah.
It is
yeah,
Sammy.
human beings. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Sammy,
it's
yeah.
Sammy? Oh,
It's
man.
Sammy, and
Yeah.
it looks like they threw it on a best of album. Scott, good pool though, man. Good
I
pool.
would have swore to that.
I don't think anybody would fault you for not knowing a particular lead singer at a particular time in Van Halen. Whoa.
Oh,
Round
that's
and
fucking
Round
cool,
was
okay.
the song about Rat. What are we talking about? Round and Round. Oh,
Underrated band, man. Right.
nice to be human beings. There you go. That's right. Human beings.
Human beings.
Human beings.
No,
don't
it's
know why.
humans.
I thought that
It's
was-
humans being, isn't it?
Oh, you're
Humans
right.
being?
You're right. You're right. It is humans being. I read it properly, Bobby Nick. I thought I knew what it said. But
Yeah.
Bobby Nick is correct. Humans, the S is on the humans. Humans being. Round and round. Love will find a way. Just give it time. Space nerd. All right. Well, why don't we do this and have some fun? We have fun. I love that we have fun talking about no matter what we talk about. We always have great comments coming from the panel and from the chat. And speaking of great comments and great fun and great panel and great chat, why don't we do a little Perry talk? And let's go see, because Victor showed up last night. So I'm going to show you kind of what Victor got down with. That was night 3 of 5 days, at least. What's it? March Matters. Is it every day? Is it 5 days? I don't know if the weekend's going to count coming up Saturday and Sunday, but every day this week, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock East, there has been a Perry Caravello Live. So we're going to check in right now with a little Perry talk.
Talk. Perry talk. Perry talk. Talk. Perry talk. Talk. Perry talk. Perry talk.
That's right, folks. It is March Matters. I like sports, but basketball probably is not the strongest among them. So I don't really watch that tournament. My tournament fun is watching March Matters, Perry Caravello Live. And he was threatening, Tom said he was going to try to do, Brutal Pain says it is Monday through Friday, so it does not include the weekend. I was a little anxious. I was hoping to include the thing. Round and Round started with Eddie using a power drill on a guitar. Round and Round, I don't know. That's the, no. I don't know. We're getting our songs mixed up now. Monday through Friday says Brutal Pain. Disregard, I'm wrong, says Electric Hate. Yeah, right, buddy. But the one he did Pound Cake. I thought that was pretty cool. Like next to I like Lumberjacker by Jackal because they play like the fucking they play the chainsaw. Look, see, now we're gonna start talking about music and I'm gonna get tempted, damn it. I was listening to Dirty Little Mind the other day by Jackal.
Dirty Little Mind, Dirty Little
Yes.
Mind. Dirty Little Mind.
Yeah, bro. I was like jamming out before a show, getting myself. That was like my pump song. But I said when they came out and did this, a lead chainsaw solo, Scott. This was one of the coolest things I probably ever heard mixing heavy metal and music, and a power tool together. Got sidetracked. I know we're supposed to be doing Perry talk, but now we got sidetracked by the. I should have played the drill from Pound Cake because that was pretty cool too. When Eddie kind of just took the drill to the guitar and then. But yeah, that got me. I just found my 92 Metallica Snake Pit Pass, bro. Yeah, we should do I still have some old school stubs. We could do like a concert ticket stub day. You still have any physical stubs, Scott, or were you that guy?
Yeah, I don't. I tried to save all my stubs of the concerts I went to. I don't know really exactly where they're at right now, but
yeah, I know where mine are, but I got the habit, Scott, from a young attractive girl who I was I've been getting sweet on that I used to work with, and that was her habit. She's like, "Oh, I save my ticket stuff from every show." I'm like, "That's what I do." So I do that. All right, so let's get into Perry talk. And I see some people saying that the Victor commercial was just uploaded to the PCL YouTube channel. We'll get into that because Victor is back, folks, on Perry Caravello Live. But first, we're going to talk about his belching. I was mixing them up, Scott.
Burping.
Blapping. All right, he's just making noise, Scott. You weren't here yesterday, and so Tom was trying to tell him that during an average episode of PCL, he burps way too much, bro. It's like a subconscious thing. I don't even think he knows that he does it, right? So here's a little. These are not repeated or anything. Garrett made like a whole kind of a video of like every burp from a previous show, and they played this for him last night. The Belch Master.
Darting, strike worthy. Are we done?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Stop.
Now keep in mind he eats like an addict. He eats Gas X and Tums like they're going out of stock.
They're coming up! I gotta let them out!
So anyway, despicable.
L.
On the cusp. The most common.
This is a minute and 21 seconds, and no two burps are alike.
It's Jones.
Happy birthday, RFL.
The faces he makes on some of them is gross.
Yeah. Right. This was just one stream, Brutal Pain. Exactly. So that's a big part of when Perry Caravello's on at 2:30 in the morning. That's a big part of it, Bob.
Did they make him eat particularly gassy foods that show or something?
Well, everything is the stream's fault. Everything is our fault. You know, he'll tell you about all the horrible shit that he goes out and eats. But when Tom calls him out on being too gassy or being sick or something, it's because you fuckers always send me shit to my place. And so it's always our fault. But no, it wasn't anything out of the way, Bob, that they don't already do. He's like this all the time. And a lot of times it's defiant. He's definitely forcing them. A lot of times it's like when he wants to turn the conversation in a different direction or he doesn't like hearing what's being talked about, he'll just sit there and like burp over it, basically. That's kind of what I noticed.
Oh, okay.
Randy somehow forced air in there and he's still releasing it. That's what I said, that they're semen burps, the chunkster. I said he's got that leftover kind of stick on down there. What did you say? Well,
shut the fuck up.
Okay. Let me see. Perry probably has peptic ulcers among everything. He thinks he has everything. Or when he stalls reading ahead, yes, Brutal Pain. It's because when something bad that he doesn't like is coming, he'll just start burping to change the narrative or whatever. He eats Tums.
Imagine being his age and that's your defense mechanism is to burp over it.
That's what because Tom calls him out on defiant pees and the darting and the defiant pooping. He started out doing it by pooping and peeing. Like, I don't like what's going on, so I'm going to go defiantly pee. I'm going to poop. And he keep doing that, and Tom called him out on it. So now if he sits there and takes it, then he'll either talk over it or he'll burp over shit. He eats Tums like they are sweethearts. No, all he had was almond butter. So it's like a sandwich that day. Could you see him in court on the stand burping over and over before responding? Mr. Caravello, could you please stop burping and respond to the question? Diapers were a huge game changer. Oh, and I kept telling them in the chat last night, I'll tell you what I asked them when I show you the next thing on Perry Caravello Live. So Perry he's done missed out on becoming the next guy, with the grilling machine, but Amy's still a business person. Dio Brando shared this, a talented guy in the chat family, because the witch now has teamed up with Gordon Ramsay to buy a majority of Trader Joe's stores, his favorite store. So look at that. Hot Amy, the high desert hottie, she's now partners with the one and only Gordon Ramsay, who knows how to cook steak with butter. Show us on the dial where Randy touched you. Burp. Exactly, bro. So Hot Amy is now in partnership with Gordon Ramsay, and she is hot. No matter what Perry says, she is hot. He was trying to deny it last night, but matter of fact, here's him denying it right now. The wicked hot witch. Perry denying Amy, the wicked hot witch.
The wicked witch. Just think of the witch from the old TV show when we were kids, H.R. Puffin stuff. That's my sister-in-law, the witch.
Witchy poo?
Yes.
I don't know.
Witchy poo.
She looks pretty good here. I'm impartial, but she looks pretty good there.
Though he tries to shit. He tries to shit. What's that, buddy?
She's holding the money back.
Yes. There's always like a tease or a twist that in the picture that's in there, an Easter egg that's just meant for Perry.
How dare a witch like that get into
Look at the bottom of the picture, says Hot Amy Live, Scott. It says HAL, Hot Amy Live.
Event. of a Hollywood event. She's not even a Hollywood celebrity.
No, she's a producer.
A producer of what? What was that? A porno get together? She's a producer.
He tries to shit on her, but he knows that hot Amy's hot. She is undeniably hot, the Wicked Witch. So there you go. I'm going to remind you that the party goes on tonight. We're not done with Perry Talk yet. I'm just going to remind you right here in the middle of that. March Matters continues tonight. Watch live at 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock East. You guys know I'll be in the chat with you tonight, as I was last night and all the nights before. Here, this next one, Victor is back. So, Victor is back, Scott. So you remember Victor, right? The guy, he's the Amazon driver.
Right.
They got jumped and beat up because of the guitar.
Right. That's where Perry lost his guitar when that guy
Perry lost the guitar. Victor, poor Victor, he's gotten beaten up. He lost his job with Amazon. He's homeless. He needs help. So Victor was over here. He's starting a small business. He's starting a power washing business, Scott. And so Tom said, hey, Perry, to do a solid for Victor, since you were kind of causing him to get beat up, why don't you let him come over with his equipment? He's starting up a business. He's going to clean the piss and shit patio. He'll do a little cleaning around with his power washer and give him a little help here. So that's what he showed up with this rig outside the door, Scott.
You know right away that's going to be a problem.
You're not coming in here with that. You're not coming in here with that. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Petty. And there they are hanging out together. The bro, you know. All right. Now let's watch some of this. Victor. Let's continue on. Now here's Victor on the patio. Now, as always tends to happen, there's always something fun pops off that you don't expect on Perry Caravella Live. So as Victor is outside, Tom did all he could to wrangle Perry, because Perry's like taking the camera. He's taking the ring camera off the deck. He's moving shit, and Tom trying to tell him to stop. He won't stop touching everything. So in the middle of this, Victor was outside, and somebody tried to deliver some sand. 5 large bags of sand to Perry during this, and this is how it was handled.
What are you bringing? Sand. Do not bring sand.
So this is just like a DoorDash driver, right? This is just a person that was said, here, take this item and go there. They don't know what they're getting themselves into, and this is what they got themselves into.
Absolutely, positively, do not bring any sand, any gravel. Do not. I repeat, get out of here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Can you imagine this?
I'll call the cops right now. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, LAPD right now.
No, do not call any police, Perry. You're fine.
Fucking animals. LAPD
No.
So there you go. There's that clip. Yeah, echo. Yeah, because he was standing between the ring camera and the regular broadcast camera in there. Da, says our friend, yeah, it might be time for a little bit of Da. I was going to mix a couple of these songs in. But yeah, that's where you can see where Perry gets inspired. It's the Angel of Da. There you go. So yes, so he did try. Now it's like you said, it was kind of a busted bit. It got a little crazy and all. And Scott, you should have seen the filth that was just running down the walls as he sprayed these. He was doing the walls and the railings. It was sickening. It was crazy. So here's a little more of it. Oh, this is Brunto Brush. This is Victor. Now after kind of he cleaned the deck up a little bit. He said, why don't you come in, sit down, and we're going to make you a proper commercial for the new Victor cleaning service. This is Victor's new job now that he got fired because of Perry.
Hello, I am Victor of Victor Cleaning Service, #1 homeless cleaner in north of Hollywood and the whole valley of Los Angeles. As you can see from these videos, we have power wash, we have simple green wipes, we have a broom to brush off any place that is dirty. This place I clean has been dirty for 30 years. Never clean. We turn it around in one night just like that. We can also do carpet. We power wash carpet. We change a refrigerator door from wrong side to right side. It's all in Victor Cleaning Service. To find us, go to Homeless Encampment at North Hollywood off of Interstate, the Highway 180. Ask for Victor. I will be there, and I am from Croatia.
Homeless Encampment, North Hollywood, California. That's where you can find him. Now, Psych doesn't think it went over good. You don't think it went over good, buddy? You sound like me. Maybe that you wanted it to be like a legit bit because, Scott, what I noticed when Victor was handling that power washer, buddy, is I said in the chat, I said it didn't look like Victor knew what he was doing.
His
it looked
first time, yeah.
It looked like it was his first day because he was just like spraying this and then he would spray this and then I'm like, you know, I do it. You got to do it like very, you know, you got to do it very methodically and kind of in a row. Yeah, you got to have like a system, a little style about how you're doing it. The echo. He didn't. He literally helped him get the sand lady gone and cleaned. He sprayed Perry a tiny bit, but that was it. I thought the funniest thing would have been him, Scott, having like the most beautiful, clean, and pristine like a patio of everybody around there. Like for me, cleanliness that would have been funny in that case, buddy.
Yep.
And we used to do that. It reminded me of when I was younger. My brother-in-law, who's no longer with us, Charlie, rest in peace. He was the kind of guy, Scott, that he bought like used cars, and when one used car died, he would just go buy another used car, right?
Yeah, I did that a few times.
never cleaned them, never did anything. So one day I think we had just got done washing my stuff. We were out there, of course, we were high as shit, always weed involved, and we decided, Scott, we were giggling, we're like, let's clean and wash and wax his car. And we like washed it and waxed his like piece of shit Maverick and like shined it up, made it look like a dime, man. And we were high as fuck. It was funny as shit, man. So there's certain cases when you can clean up and it can actually be like a funny thing.
Right.
Seeing him
they also on the porch they found OJ's ashes. I seen, didn't they?
OJ's ashes.
Wasn't it like a box they found with OJ's ashes in it?
I might have missed that particular part of the segment there, Scott. I might have. I know somebody delivered bugs the other day, but we're getting all over the place. Psych says Victor Cartnark, officer, is awesome, and I like his presence, but he kind of just helped Perry. Yeah, he was definitely playing more the Officer Lawrence role last night. Well, they're three different guys, right? He was definitely he was definitely favoring Perry last night, and if Tom said to do something and Perry said not to, Victor was going along with what Perry wanted, Perry's wishes, so that was a little different. I was shocked that he let Victor spray the carpet a little bit. They didn't put that in here, but yes, Scott, they sprayed the littlest thin strip by the door, and I wish they would show that in here. I don't know if it's in the Discord or anything, but it's like the dirtiest. What is this? Oh, Perry Gibble style. Oh, and then I asked if they took the piss cushion outside. What is this? A little ketchup? Some fun animation.
I think they found some old pizzas out there too, if I remember right. Sure, I don't think I drink this.
And there's some chili. There you go, buddy. Yes, the carpet. Oh my God, says Space Nerd. Psych says, me too, 2 joins, but he got 2 hours taken off, 20 pictures subtracted. Yeah, he was doing all that. Oh yeah. I thought Victor would spray more inside, but he just cleaned his carpet. Yeah, Psych, I thought that he was going to like take that sprayer. You know how you can like make a pattern or something like dumb. I thought he was going to like, because he could have like just drew a pattern and every time we would see the show, like we'd be able to see that pattern. That would have been funny. That could have been funny.
Silhouette of a penis or something.
Brutal Pain saying, yeah, he signed it. Yeah, they found OJ's ashes and Tom made him sign it. I must have missed that part. I must have been doing prep or in and out of the show. He does owe a lot of pickles still, though. Psych LMAO. Can't believe he pissed on his chair again. Yeah, and I would have just loved if I could have paid money just to see him like just obliterate that that cushion with the power washer. But he put Simple Green in it, so that should be good enough, I guess. Like 2 joins. I guess I'm just being crabby. Perry fan, huh? Bob. Oh yes, Psych reminds us that Bob is stopping by tonight. And all I've been saying all along is don't let Bob Ordina sit in that chair with that piss cushion on.
Oh, so Bob's going to be there on location in the same room?
Oh, yes. Bob is going to be in the junior apartment tonight, apartment 102 at 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock East for Perry Carabella. Which one's members only? Is tonight members only, Psych Live? I know my PCL fans will let me know, or is it tomorrow's show? It's either today or tomorrow's. Actually, it is today because Tom was telling us last night that you have to member up on Patreon and YouTube if you want to see tonight's members-only exclusive show, Perry Carabella Live. Draw a pentagram on the... Yes, that would have been cool. Like anything that when he walked through the room or we could visit it over and over again. I do agree. That would have been much funnier than just like doing just cleaning the carpet legit. Let's see. Bob is allowed. Imagine Perry and Cyrax having a conversation. I don't think that ever goes good. Like you could never mix people that have like that similar energy. You know,
Perry and Tammy.
Right, Perry and Tammy, Jake, any of them, Stuttering John to some extent. I think those people that have that similar energy, they can't stand one another. They kind of cancel each other out.
Jake can't handle watching Perry's show. It just drives him. He can't do it.
Yep, and exactly. I've seen him like that before, Scott, and I've noticed this energy out of people that have like that similar kind of mentality. Yes, it's a members only night. My friend Brett Brutal Pain reminds us. Yes, tonight is members only, says Psych Clyde. Jinx Brutal Pain says Psych. Widow Killer says, I think it would be funny if Bob sat in it, but I don't want Gina. I agree with that, Widow Killer. It would be funny for a dude to sit in it as opposed to Gina, but I would just be horrified, like sitting there. I was already horrified before the piss, knowing that it's probably filled with semen and everything else, right?
Shut the fuck up.
You know that as soon as the stream's over, you put on granny porn and jerk off all over that thing, you son of a bitch.
Sit down and get pregnant.
You sit down and get pregnant. Yeah. You owe me a picture, Clyde, or is that a drink? You owe me a drink, Clyde. I thought he sprayed the AC unit too. That would have made Perry nuts and no real harm. Well, he was spraying like all around it, and this like all the black soot from Reseda was just dripping down the wall, Scott. Like it was just black. It looked like black water flowing down the wall.
Yeah, it looked like they lived near a coal mine or something.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. You got it up, BP. Oh, you got it, BP. LOL. Hey, Brian Kowalczyk checking in, buddy. We're kind of wrapping up our Perry Talk segment. So it says Perry is doing a full court press next week. Oh, there it is. That was the original pin tweet that's up there. So it continues, right? There you go. There it goes. Thursday members only. And then it finishes up tomorrow. There you go, folks. We did it. We done it. We're doing it. That was just a wee little bit of Perry Talk. And I'll definitely see you in the chat tonight. And we'll be back here tomorrow to see what kind of antics happen. We'll probably do a little more Perry Talk tomorrow. But just for today, that was today's Perry Talk. Well, that's what we did, and I forgot to change my little production element back to come to you from my other studio. That was Perry Talk, and now we're getting on with the show. Widow Killer says, I can't believe Perry is fine with black mold on his AC. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was black mold or just the soot from Reseda gathered up on it, but it's probably a combination of both there, Scott. I don't know.
I've never been in the city, but I've heard of the smog and stuff, and I think that would be probably just soot over 30 years, probably.
Yeah, because like it was like that stucco kind of cement wall. And that was another thing, you know, when you do that power wash and you don't want to wash anything that you can't like finish thoroughly. So I would have like done the rail and the deck or whatever and then made it look legit and then just came in, right, got a little shot on Perry. Oops. Yeah, because I thought he was going to get sprayed through the screen or something, or at least be in there like shouting through the screen. But Chris Popke, he was inspired by. We'll have fun playing a couple of these songs. Let's do a little Perry music to end up Perry Talk here. And Popke was inspired. Here's the latest selection from Chris Popke, fresh off the oven, fresh off the stove. Oh.
Sexy. Sexy. Wonders what it would be like if Perry had a gash. Sexy. Well, let's pretend that Perry was actually a female made for men. Shut the fuck up.
Sexy.
Nope, not interested in anal. But actually, I did have a girl that I did do anal to, and it was weird. Tight hole. Different. She said, enter slowly. I did. And then I came. It was quick. Sexy lady.
I like that.
Sexy Perry, the latest creation. From the most creative Chris Popke. Thank you. Kate Rio, ahoy, checks in. It's not ahoy. We'll get you right. It's not hoy. It's hoya.
Can I get a hoya?
Brutal Pain says he's used to receiving, not giving. Hoya says Space Nerd, she knows what's up. How you doing, Kate Rio? I'm glad you're checking in among the 33 other people. And somebody's checking in from Facebook. Goonie Goo Goo, thank you for checking in on Facebook. Let's have a little Perry concert here because Perry, we know that dude is bananas.
I've got enough bananas in my home.
Let's see if he gets some
And
more
another
tonight.
Banana that I don't need.
He also got concrete delivered last night, I think.
Don't fucking need bananas. I got enough bananas. I don't want any more.
He likes bananas and he likes 7-Up.
I enjoy bananas.
He really likes them. Hey, Space Nerd says, let's all take a field trip to the like button and hit that like, please. Hey, and if you don't, I'll just call the police.
I'm never eating food from that door again. Fuck you.
Now, our boy, oh, we got Scott. You're going for the mic, buddy.
Oh, I was just dancing and trying to be humorous with my dance. I wasn't really needing to say nothing.
That's okay. That's okay, buddy. That's okay. Well, Bob, I've kind of like, these days kind of blur each other. And I kind of forgot that today is the actual day that Bob's going to be visiting Scott. Yes, you seem surprised by that too. He's going to actually be there.
Those are my favorite shows when they're in the same room.
Well, Tom was promising that Bob wouldn't smoke in his place. And Perry was threatening that he will punch Bob if he smokes in his place. So we're definitely going to have to tune in tonight to see if that happens because, it is Perry's house. We're going to hear this a lot tonight. Bob, you can't smoke because why?
My house.
Oh.
He's not allowed in my house. No one's allowed in my house.
Where?
Unless I allow them in my house. Then if I allow them here, they're allowed my house. My house.
Then they're allowed.
What the hell, Jagoff?
So they're not allowed, but when he allows them, they're allowed, and Bob is allowed tonight. Is there PCL tonight? You should switch that around. There is a PCL tonight and every night this week, Space Nerd, because it is March Matters. Every day, Monday through Friday. That's why you're confused. You're only used to it being on like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but this is March Matters in honor of March Madness basketball tournament. It's Perry every day, Monday through Friday. And it's members only tonight, Space Nerd. So you have to be membered up over there on PCL, on YouTube or Patreon. I think both of them will get you there. It is tonight. You'll see that tonight. And Bob will be, maybe Bob and Perry, we'll all sing us all together. We'll help him move on.
Very simple. You push one part. It's like a cake kind of thing.
You fucking murdering motherfucker! I'm never eating fucking food from that door again! You cocksuckers!
Well, that looks good.
Brutal Pain, I know that Bob and Tom wouldn't even want it to get to this level, and I don't doubt what you're saying, that Bob would make short work of Perry if he attacked him. I wonder with, I'm kind of answering this question as I'm asking him, Scott. I'm wondering if Bobby, if you think Perry would actually attack Bob, if he would actually get physical like he does with Tony.
If he did, it would depend on the level of what Perry would do. I think Bob would take a smack or two. You know what I mean, and without retaliating, just long as Perry don't keep pressing forward.
Right. And I think that's kind of what happened with the Tony thing is that when he went off on Tony, he went for the neck, pushed him in the cabinet. It was back and forth, and he would not relent. And so finally, Tony was like, "Look, you crazy motherfucker, get off of me!" That's a for sure BP. Yeah, Bob would make short work for sure. BP. Neither right. You wouldn't want to, right? Brutal Pain. Yes, he'll aim for the new teeth. That's right. Bob checked in on Monday, flying back he was about to fly back from Turkey. He was so just recently from the dentist visit that he was still within like the hour time where they told him he couldn't eat or drink or anything. But let's see, where is that one? I had another one here. had a song about their Popke Man. He's got a song for everything. And then we were thinking about it. Psych Clyde threw this in the chat, and I sang this sing-songy, and then we got this.
I had fake ones from a car accident when I was a kid, and the front was all fake, and then they ended up fucking going, and then when I was in this car accident, one went, one ended up dying, and then it started going. I was like, fuck it, it's over.
Bob is in the sky from Turkey. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bob is in the sky from Turkey. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bob is in the sky from Turkey. Oh,
it's great. Then I go home tomorrow.
Matt is consistent with the FBL. That means fuck Bob Levy. He's bones up. He's PCL for life. And that's actually a homage to Bob Levy. Fuck Bob Levy. True psych, but he has no skills. Bob knows how to throw hands, peek on, and yeah, Bob he's a little taller and probably be a little more aggressive than Tony. I don't know. We don't show up for any of that, but we have to be expecting it, Scott, because Perry will go from 0 to physical, as we've seen.
Right. I ain't seen. I mean, it's been a couple of years since I've seen Bob in person, but when he was there whenever I met him and he felt pretty solid, man. He felt pretty solid and got around better than I expected.
Yeah, you were expecting like some feebleness or something like that,
or he's still getting around pretty good.
No, Bob. Yeah, Bob gets around. He's pretty good. We have
still felt solid.
Yeah. Okay. True psych. Oh, we have a new name checking in. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the chat family. This is BF Live The Vibe. This is David Robert Bridge. Good evening. Hello, David Robert Bridge. You know who this is? I know that O means Bobby Nick knows him.
It's Gay Kyoto.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good evening, Gay Kyoto, as you Bobby Nick so eloquently named you, Gay Kyoto. Hello. How you doing there? Welcome. Well, thanks for joining in the show. Just the same, nonetheless, David Robert Bridge. Thank you. David Robert Bridge checking.
Block him.
Oh my God! Well, what the fuck? Well, I don't know if I'll block him, but maybe this will help. This is either going to draw some people in, and it's going to deter some people because I haven't done them. I didn't do them yesterday. Haven't been doing them every day, but that's why I don't want to deny them. And plus, the hopper is filling up, so I want to go do we're going to finish up doing our sexy segments. So we're going to do ladies first. Fair warning, guys. We're going to do ladies first. We're going to do the sexy segments. Oh, Scott and Bobby Nick, were you here yesterday when I showed you the AI description of this segment?
I wasn't.
I don't know if Bob was here yet when I showed it or whatever.
No, I don't remember that.
Let me show you before I do these segments. It's funny, and because I got my bros here, let me send that over real quick. Yes. So I'll explain this a little more in that after these videos, you can go to the bottom of this show today once it's already reset, Bobby Nick, or you can go back on an old episode of any show of yours or any show on YouTube and scroll down to the point where it says, describe this video to me. And it'll give you an AI description of the video that is presented. So I did this for an episode of BF Live The Vibe, of course, because I want to see what does AI think of this? And check out the AI description for this segment that we're about to get into, Juicy Man Meat. Check this shit out. The AI description of the show that we did Juicy Man Meat on says that Juicy Man Meat is a segment where BF shows pictures of men's genitalia. That's what it says. It says I show pictures of men's genitalia, bro. Like right there, look. Right there. Men's It also goes on to say that a workout video, I showed the video of the woman doing pull-ups with a strap, so it identified that. You were here when I did the medieval games, and it identified that, right? Bricked up, it says BF and his co-host watch a segment of women's videos. But for Juicy Man Meat, it says that BF shows pictures of men's genitalia. So that's what you showed up for, folks. Here comes the pictures of the men's genitalia as it's so described by AI. Let's do it and get into it. Ladies first, this is Juicy Man.
Hey, yeah, it's time to rock, ladies, feel the heat. Juicy Man Meat. BF loves it the most, that's no lie. We hit a party time to amplify. Juicy Man Meat. Juicy Man Meat. Go get
You know, they already did, like, they were doing the live AI chat summaries, Bobby Nick, and I was familiar with them, but just been being bored one day, I scrolled down and I found that where you can describe your previous video with AI, and that's what they came up with for this segment. So let's go. We're doing the men's genitalia segment according to AI, but we just call it Juicy Man Meat because that seems so a little too blatant there, Scott.
Yeah.
That is some funny shit, and that's why we get together. Yes.
I gotta figure out how you do that. Go back and read this chat stuff, see what some of this
Yeah,
stuff
like
says.
you get on your phone or whatever, go any video, like, and I don't know if it does it on your shorts or not, but go back to like a show. I would just like going back and checking out previous episodes of this show,
Right.
and I've seen how you could have it describe it for you if you don't have the time to watch it. So, all right, well, let's do Juicy Man Meat for the ladies. Here comes the male genitalia segment of BF Live. They didn't say if it was covered or not, but here you go, ladies. This is just for. All right, we get it. He's on a motorcycle. Testicle Tiger says, love you, chat family. I haven't been chatting today, but I've been listening. Hope you all have a great day. And that's 10 up. That's when Testicle Tiger normally rolls out.
All right,
Roll out. Space Nerd says, Hoy to Testicle Tiger, love you and miss you. Josh in Tennessee says, AI seems pretty accurate when it comes to your Juicy Man Meat segment. Terry Nee says, that's why BF enjoys man meat so much. Not true. I repeat, not true. Psych throws out the love to Testicle Tiger. Say goodbye. Reenie says, me too, listening, Testicle Tiger, and working. Have a good one. Space Nerd says hello to Josh in Tennessee and to Reenie. No, that's not what I clicked at all. Here we go. I said me too. Space Nerd's bricked up, and she gives it 8 out of 10, 3 stars on the Perry scale as we continue on with their second piece of content. Here is your second piece, ladies, of Juicy Man Meat. We'll probably end up going into Overvibe to get bricked up with the guys, but right now, it's ladies first. It's Juicy Man Meat. Just for the ladies on my screen share. Here we go. Boom and boom and boom and share and boom. BF the See you, motherfucker. I haven't squeezed this in yet. What's that, buddy?
What was he stealing?
I don't know. Looks like he has a wheelbarrow or something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know. I want to Psych Clyde. I didn't get a chance to get to this today. Maybe I still could probably put it in, but Psych is letting you know that my second Ass Napkin Ed song on his page today, Psych Clyde, where you can click on right here on the chat, his YouTube page. It's being deleted for copyright because you don't want to keep that stuff on your pages every day. He's going to do it himself, Bobby Nick. It's proactive. So if you want a good chuckle, go to his page today and listen to it because it's an Ass Napkin Ed song. But let me see if we can fit it in. We'll try to fit it in here as we continue on with Juicy Man Meat. I'm having a weird day over here and drug-free, so no reason. Maybe that is the reason. Yeah.
Probably.
Copper. Copper says 2 joints. Yeah, Copper. Oh, it's Copper in the bin. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, whenever I said, the wheelbarrow copper.
Was there a joke in there?
Yeah, it's just a joke because he looks like a guy that'd be thieving.
Oh, okay, I get it. He's on the job site taking the copper when all the workers are gone. Now I get it. Right. Now I put the joke together. Sorry, Scott. Sometimes I'm not that it was a bad thought, but I'm a little distracted by what I'm.
Scott, man, that's all right.
He also has a catalytic converter in there.
Yeah, there you go. Now I get it. Well, you know what? He's not the only guy that likes copper. You know what? There's more than one person that likes copper, Scott. Check out this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Copper socks will always be on Bob Levy's feet. Good old copper socks on Bob Levy. Copper socks on Bob Levy.
Yeehaw! That is a pop key. Copper Socks on Bob Levy. That is a Chris Popke. That's an original thing that we kind of mixed in right here in the middle of Juicy Man Meat, the segment that's just for the ladies only. So let's continue on with that.
My mom used to wear, well, actually, a lot of my relatives used to wear like those copper bracelets and shit. I don't know if they worked. They thought they did.
Good old copper socks on Bob Levy.
I don't know how copper socks work.
Copper sock. Hey, Copper, I got your socks, see? Yeah, I got your socks, see? Yeah, okay. What happened? I lost. All right. I got my next place here. I got my next piece of content. That's not for me, as Two Joints remembered me saying. This piece of content is not for me, and it's not for us guys. This next piece is Juicy Man Meat, just for the ladies, as we continue on with the vibe here. And it's 2:56. We're definitely heading into over vibe to get bricked up with the guys.
Something you might hurt yourself riding on.
You know what I'm thinking?
Me,
I
presume. Name something you might hurt yourself riding on.
Oh, that's Steve Harvey's voice.
You know what I'm thinking?
Me, I presume.
BF. Oh, that last one, she said he can redo my yard. 8 out of 10, 4-star with the copper thief right there. It is Reenie, pot run soon for me. Oh shit. Oh, deport that guy. He looks illegal. Talking about the copper guy. I need a gummy to refill, Space Nerd. 100% Reenie. They're talking about drugs. Two Joints says Bobby Nick has deep butt cheeks and 600 in toonies and loonies.
Oh,
deep butt cheeks. And that is kind of, I've heard that.
I got deep butt cheeks.
All right. Cop her a squeeze, says Terry Nate. Jake Hudson Suspender says Two Joints. Skull checks in and says, remember when Perry used to wear the copperless fingerless copper gloves? Yeah, that was kind of getting recirculated like a week or two ago. Stachunksta, thank you, my friend. Stachunksta is a new member supporting me here monthly on the Vibe. Thank you, Stachunksta. Really appreciate you, brother. And there he goes. My Stream Melon Spot lets me know that. Space Nerd, you've been a friend for a long time, but it's got you down as a new member. Thank you, Nerd, for your continuing support. Appreciate that. Well, we got more pretty colors coming in, because now Stachunksta comes in with a gifted. Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
But people really like this segment. I'm going to hit a little generosity, and I'll let you know that Isaac Walmart caught that one. Thank you, Stachunksta, and welcome to the family, Isaac Walmart. Space Nerd says, I had to update my card for my subscriptions, okay? It's not because of Juicy Man. Like funny, you just happen to be feeling generous during this segment. That's okay, Stachunksta. I just noticed that weird timing. I'll take it anytime. Stachunksta gets the love from Reenie. Remember, Levy has copper socks. Well, there you go. Did I play that before or after you said that, buddy? Tease. Popke says, I made copper socks when Bob was on the BS show. And thank you, Popke. Chris Popke forwarded that to me, and he says, for whatever reason, they never got around to playing it over there. So I was very happy to be able to use that today and find a nice little copper segue. So thank you, Chris Popke. Space Nerd checks in, and it's a gifted membership. And Scott and Bobby Nick, look who caught it. It's somebody named Blood. Blood is now part of the Blood here.
Right.
The Blood family on BF Live. The Vibe, you're part of the Blood.
Yeah. Holy metal man.
Yeah. Ooh, Blood. My name is Blood. Welcome to the show. They'll probably be getting this link and going, who the fuck is BF Live and why are they busting on Blood? Welcome to the family, Blood. We just a bunch of knuckleheads. Blood. Could you do like Jerry Lahane says and like, share, and subscribe to this stream? Should play it again. Ha ha ha. Which one should I play again? Copper Socks? I'll play Copper Socks again. Since it kind of fit in. Let me find Copper Socks again. Copper Socks on Bob Levy. Thank you. Chris Popke just sent me that a couple days ago, and I said, Popke, I will wait for a organic moment to put it in, and I'll be, if the stars didn't provide me one, with a copper basket. So let's play some Copper Socks, and then I'll show you a couple more pieces of content. And then it's 3:00, so we're going to get bricked up in over vibe. But right now, let's do Copper Socks again from Chris Popke.
Yeah! Copper socks will always be on Bob Levy's feet. Good old copper socks on Bob Levy.
Oh, you got to do a yeehaw after that, Scott, don't you? I heard you. I heard them yeehaws coming through from somebody. Stacey Allen says, I'm sick of this guy, the last guy. He keeps popping up in my IG feed. Oh, he learned it from watching you, Stacey. Space Nerd checks in with her 9-month membership chat. And I know she's been a supporter and friend longer than that. Best morning show around. Thanks to BF, host, and the chat. Hoya. Thank you, Space Nerd.
Scott's getting a kitty grabs in.
That's right. I haven't really come up with a thing over here on the Vibe yet. I'm waiting for something to kind of show itself organically, you know, kind of. Let me see.
For tonight.
You get warmed up. Yes, Space Nerd continues to be one. Blood is a demon, says our friend Skull. Blood is a demon. Really? Blood's a demon? I didn't know that. I can't say I remember seeing that name over there, but I'm going to be looking for it tonight, and maybe Blood will be looking for me now. Blood. LOL, Stacey Allen. I like fresh, juicy man meat. Well, you know, Stacey Allen, whether you guys like this or enjoy it or not, it's never my fault because I'm highly heterosexual. You guys go out and get this stuff and submit it to me for your segment, and if you want to submit stuff, this is for guys and girls, you can submit it to me at Gmail, bflive420.com at gmail.com, bflive420 at gmail.com. Use the 420 is the 420.
Is that where you keep your collection of male genital?
Apparently, that's
That's
fun. That's funny. You even trying to say it. That's a bit in itself. But there you go. Yes, this is the segment that, according to AI on YouTube, I am presenting male genitalia. So here's our next piece of content in the male genitalia segment. Stacey Allen. Here we go. This is bricked up. I like that fireman you found, Stacey Allen. Popke is killing it lately, says Psych Clyde. Bravo, Chris, from a fellow creator. Stacey Allen says, oh yes, Reenie, a personal favorite of mine. Psych is laughing. Reenie, the firefighters are favorite. Inspired by you, Psych. They're exchanging accolades. I don't know if we can say you're straight with all of this juicy man meat. Yeah, ask AI what the sexuality of the host. BF, you didn't seem heterosexual in DC. No, $20 is $20 is all I can say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Well, I truly enjoy your Perry and Bob song, Popke. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. The one where he tells them, gives them the instructions about how to open a container. He couldn't open a food container one night. I would take a ride on him. I mean, it's psycho. Ooh, 8 out of 10, 3 stars for Motorcycle Guy. As I prepare to show you your last piece of content.
Very simple. You push one part. It's like a cake kind of thing.
You fucking murdering motherfucker! I'm never eating fucking food from that door again! You cocksuckers!
Well, that looks good.
Da, da, da. Da, da, da. And I'll remind you now at 4 minutes after 3 o'clock, where I come to you from on the East Coast of the United States, lets me know that we are officially into Overvibe. When 3 hours ain't enough, we stick around and we go over the vibe. We're over vibing today. So we're going to do this and we're going to go segue right into the Juicy Man Meat and get semis, or no, to the well, I'm getting them all mixed up. Juicy Man Meat. We're going to finish up Juicy Man Meat. Then we're going to get bricked up. Then we're going to do plugs. And then we're going to ease on down the road. Here's your last piece. Oh, but not before. But not before.
Oh,
bro, she's got the timer down because right about this time yesterday, Wendy Peck sent live shit pictures, and right on time, she does it again today. And for this, we go to Bobby Nick for the description of today's toilet pictures from Wendy Peck. Bobby Nick.
Oh my God. Well, okay, I gotta tell you something. Yep. You know, she's got dried shit on the inside of the toilet. I've been telling her for like the past week she needs to scrub that off because it's not going to go away. She's not going to shit it off. She's not going to piss it off.
I'll just pee on the Bobby Nick till it goes away.
Yeah, but then it just keeps getting darker and darker too. You know, every
she's adding layers to it.
I think so. Yeah,
she's got shit stalactites and stalagmites.
It's getting bad. But yeah, then she dropped what looks like a fucking frog inside the fucking toilet. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ! It looked like a brown frog. It literally looked like a brown fucking frog. How do you shit a frog out of your ass? Can you tell me
And
that?
then a big brown frog came. Oh my God!
Right.
So there you go. The horror. The horror being described in full color. Bobby Nick, overvibe picks. Space Nerd is puking. Arini is dead with the coffin. Draw from the description, Scott. It's the chunks that would like you to draw a toilet bowl with what you think Bobby Nick is describing, like a court reporter. I like that. I like that.
We'll try that in the future.
We'll have to work that into a segment. Bobby Nick, Bobby's professional poop analyst. Bobby has seen more poop than Wendy's actual doctor.
Yes.
Should get some great clips tonight, Popke, to use for songs. Popke has that musical mind, and he kind of hears things sing-songy to me, so I know that he will. Wow, that was very quick 3 hours, Rini says. Hell yeah, because when you're having fun. Oh, Pop, and I've asked Bobby Nick about this before. Popke, he says you got to share on Discord. I am so curious about these pictures. Well, Bobby Nick, we pooped a frog. How about that? Pooped a fucking frog.
I swear to God, it's a frog.
I've heard of dog shit. I've never heard of frog shit. Oh my God. We do have the 100 proof podcasting Discord, Bobby Nick, and I imagine if you find a suitable spot like sharing media or something or general, maybe if you want to, Popke, you might be able to. Bones up, says Not the Bees. I'm here for the last few minutes. Well, come on, man. You came for some good ones.
I'm gonna go to jail for scat porn.
I was just getting ready to show the ladies their last piece of content for their Juicy Man Meat segment. Then we were going to quickly go into a bricked up segment because we're officially into over vibe. So I'm glad you caught us a little bit. And then right on time, almost the exact same time he got it yesterday, Bobby Nick got his daily Wendy shit pick. And that's why we say she's always a Wendy to me.
She shits up her pants.
Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Wow. Where else are you going to get quality entertainment like this? Where else are you going to get the Wendy poop pick warning right in the middle of a segment? We're finishing up right here. We're finishing up Juicy Man Meat just for the ladies, and then we're going to get semis with the guys, and then Bobby Nick's going to yes.
Scott, I take it you got your new batch. Huh?
yeah, you detected.
Oh, did you send him the pictures?
No. He got a new batch of weed.
Other new batch. Gotcha. Okay.
New bag come in today.
Yeah,
is that right? I didn't go to the store, but I did open up a new one. I opened my second bag of my orange, Scott. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty the way you're presenting that right there. Dang, they look pretty similar like that. Ooh. I have my orange today. I got my 38. I did some.
This one's called G13 Houdini.
Houdini? Uh-oh. That should make your mind disappear. Going to do a trick, make your mind disappear. Yeah, I had some grape bubble gum in between, so now I've opened up my second bag of my my orange. Space Nerd, I had one last night, LOL. All right, well, let me show you this last piece of Juicy Man Meat, just for the ladies. Here we go. What you got? Ready? Here we go. Didn't I already show that, or I played that song? Yeah. Let me find another piece that don't include that song in it. I don't have to keep playing it twice. Let me go. Let me find another piece. Make sure I keep the ladies happy, because that's what I like to do. But ladies, if you're not happy with these, you got to keep in mind that I don't go out there and look for this stuff. So you got to blame your own fellow ladies, or you got to submit your own stuff to bflive420@gmail.com. And no, dog, the show's not over yet. My dog is jingling because my dog knows that we are in over vibe. Stop. The dog's bladder is in over vibe, folks. Here we go.
Is that a drop or is that your real dog?
No, that's my real dog. She's
yeah.
She's little... BF.
Right, love, drip, splash. Come take a lick on the lolly,
BF. Oh, that's enough. Brutal Pain's getting too turned on, guys. He's getting too excited, so I'm going to wrap up this segment, and then we'll make our way right over to get bricked up. But that was Juicy Man Meat.
Hey, yeah, it's time to rock, ladies. juicy man meat. BF loves it the most, that's no lie. We hit a party time and everybody. Juicy man meat. Juicy man meat. Go get yours straight. Yes, it's true. Get the party started. It's just for you.
Our last rating by Space Nerd gives it a 7 out of 10, 3 stars on that last one. Brutal Pain says, I don't discriminate, Bobby. The intro is also fire. I love it. Well, there you go. We can thank the lovely ladies for that entire segment. The lovely Stacey Allen, as you well know, she is the creator of that song and that whole segment, all that production. That is from Stacey Allen, as well as this one, because like she says, they're not only like the men, they also like the ladies. So now, guys, it's time for us to get bricked up.
She's cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Thinking up the world, I'm watching her thrive. See after pushing and reaching that will. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
Let's go, guys. We're officially into over vibe because sometimes 3 hours just isn't enough time when you're having too much fun. We're having much fun, and that's what we're doing on the vibe right here. It's time for us guys to get semis. Let's get bricked up together, and I got some great selections for us today. Because I'm highly heterosexual, I do pick most of these. But you can submit some too at bflive420@gmail.com. But for today, let's go riding on that horse.
Okay, we got it.
I'm talking about.
Okay, we got it.
I'm saying 100% real. They look real to me, Damon. They look real to me. They look real to me, Damon. Let me see.
There was.
They was. Bricked up and licked up, says 2 joints. Happy birthday, Terry Nee, says our friend. Not the bees. Happy birthday, Terry Nee.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Terry Nee. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Terry Nee. Oh, Stacey Allen says, yeah, let's see those bricks, guys. Oh, let's see. Showing. All right, let's continue on. Let's see. She's bow-legged, but that can come in handy for some things, if you know what I mean, Popke. I'm trying to eat grilled chicken, says FJM. Well, I'll try not to show you nothing too gross. I'm just going to show you these fine ladies. No more gross stuff. No more Wendy poop pics unless we get a second one, which is kind of unprecedented. But let's go work out. We're going to work it out here. Let's go work out and get bricked up.
Oh.
I'm trying to eat grilled chicken. God damn.
What's wrong with that?
Don't forget to check out the chick behind her.
Yeah, that's what I was doing on the second, because I'm like, damn, what's it like? Everybody in the room built like this? What's going on?
Yeah, they all got big titties.
Yeah, is this like a big titty factory or something?
Big bounce of titties.
Woo!
Look at the view.
And with the titties with a view. What's not to like, folks? BF. This segment is where BF shows pictures of men's genitalia. Okay, whatever. Okay. Great. That's what I'm known for here on YouTube, guys. So here you go. Here's another piece of, no matter how heterosexual I try to be, I'm a gay boomer to everybody on YouTube. But I'm going to still persevere. And here we go. Here's our next piece. Whoa. Yeah, I had to like make sure. I had to look at that one the second time.
My God.
Is that Nickelback? Come on. Oh, there you go. That was a good one. All right, guys. I think I'm going to show one more. Healthy Kids produced around there. Stacy Hoyer from Blummel's checking in. Plenty of milk, says our friend Brutal
Oh,
Pain
yeah.
518. Plenty of milk.
He needs some milk.
I'm gonna need 3 to 4 minutes. Be right back, says Two Joints. 4 bricked up, says Brutal Pain. Scott always lowers his chair in this segment. He lowers his chair and he takes his glasses off and he gets very close to his screen. My sister Kathy was one of the first people like calling him out about that. Like, come on, Scott. That's the only time you ever see Scott's eyes is during these segments. And I can't very well blame you. So I'm going to leave you with one more piece, guys, and then we're going to come back and do our plugs because we got more fun to get on too. I got shows tonight. The guys got shows tonight. More fun to be had after we get bricked up.
Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain.
BS,
Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe. Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers
Kendrick
like
Lamar's
a
gonna
Kobe.
see you, BF.
Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe.
So no, you get that full head right there. See what you get? You get that full head, Scott, right there.
Pointers like a Kobe. Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe.
All right, that's enough Kendrick Lamar. That's enough looking at Kendrick Lamar and nice breasticles.
Wop, 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 that's some wet ass pussy.
It sure was, and that was the segment that we like to call
She's cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like the weed on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Fixing up the world, I'm watching her thrive. See after pushing and meet you, that's well. But I'm in full view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
We are bricked. We are all done. We had it. We did it. We're done it. We're doing it. But we're not done for the day, folks, because we're going to do our plugs right now. I hope you enjoyed. That was 3+ hours. We're 18 minutes into hour number 4 of what is normally a 3-hour show. I want to thank the 30-some people that have been in here the entire time. Thank you to my chat family. Thanks for the Chunksta and everybody that threw out the gifted todays or re-up like Peak Hunt and Two Joints and Sight Clyde and the Chunksta Nerd throwing out the gifted. Thank you guys. I wouldn't be anything without you. But the fun is not over for today, folks, as I've been saying. I'm going to join you tonight on 100 Proof Podcasting Channel. Myself and Chris Abels and Shawnee, and you guys know what we do over there. We're going to play some fun videos. We're going to drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. And then about a half hour into the show, we're going to go Rumble exclusive. I'm going to play you some good tunes. I'll play some Poison like I did for Scott today coming in and so much more. So show up and see what kind of music that we mix in and have. It's just a party tonight. I want to say hello to, real quick before we leave, I want to acknowledge Canadian Girl, previously Whitney's Tits. Hey, Whitney's Tits. Hey, sexy people. Well, hello, Whitney's Tits. And you came at a sexy time. I imagine being Canadian by default, Bobby Nick, you kind of have to, you know her, right?
Well,
I
mean, I've met her in chats.
I'm sure if there's anyone I need to ask about, I'm sure Bobby Nick has come across them in the chat. Welcome to the vibe here, Whitney's Tits. Brutal Pain says, all right, I can leave this parking lot now, LOL. Have a good day, everyone, and see you tonight on PCL and Replayables. That's the kind of places you'll find me tonight. Two Joints, throwing out the KVBN, Canadian Girl. We have you Mercy, Two Joints. Jesus arrive trop tard nous. I got most of that.
Yeah, don't ask me to translate, BF. I'm sorry, I don't do Canadian French.
You don't do the French Canadian.
No.
Popke says he alternates walking around the house singing Juicy Man Meat and the Bricked Up theme. Oh, and then what do we have new today, Scott? That we said I played you some new ones here that we're gonna have. This was stuck in your head.
For me, it was the walking.
Yeah, he wasn't here for this one, Bobby Nick, and Scott was kind of surprised that we had such the detail about him walking 50 miles.
Oh yeah. I rat you out.
Would walk for 50 miles, and Scott would walk for 50 more just to shave his eyebrows off again and blow a fall down at your door. Okay, Popke, you set me up for it, you son of a bitch. Well, there you go. And speaking of Scott Fitzpatrick, I'm going to turn it over to him right now, and he's going to tell you, since it's Thursday, he's going to tell you where you can find him after the show you're watching right now. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, today at 7:00 Eastern time on the No Filter channel. After today's ball game, me and Andrew has a bet on the Brewers Yankees ball game on who's going to
yeah.
shave. So one of us will know the answers on today's No Filter, and we have a nurse supposed to be on standby to shave Andrew down for us. We've never seen his clean-shaven face. And right now isn't a good time for me to lose my beard because I'm already missing the eyebrows. So,
So yeah, you got to tune in to No Filter tonight because the Brewers and the Yankees game. Andrew is Brewers and Scott is Team Yankees. He really don't give a shit about baseball other than to just make it interesting for him and for the shows. So tune in to No Filter tonight because either Scott or Andrew will guarantee to be shaved tonight, depending on if the Brewers win. Scott will shave his beard off, which you can see is a decent amount of facial hair, and we really haven't seen Scott without a lot of his facial hair, so that could all be gone by the next time we see Scott on the Vibe. So you'll have to tune in tonight for No Filter with Andrew and Friends for the Shave Challenge. And more on the Shave Challenge and a bunch of other shows. I'm going to turn it over to Bobby Nick right now. He's going to give you the details and let you know where he's going to be.
Yeah, well, like Scott said, beard for beard tonight. No Filter with Andrew and Friends. Golly knows who's it going to be. Is it going to be Andrew? Is it going to be Scott that's got to shave? We like Scott said, we do have one of his caretakers set up to shave Andrew if need be. So it should be interesting. 7 p.m. Eastern. No Filter with Andrew and Friends right here on YouTube. And then tomorrow night, you can check out the Lunatic Lounge at 7 p.m. Eastern at Bobby Nick 1978. So check that out. And then Saturday, I will be back in the lounge and do a music video show, guys, over on Rumble, exclusively on Rumble. So go check me out. And for the low price of $1, you can see your music video request on my show. Popke joined us yesterday. So thank you very much.
Awesome.
And that's rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. Or just search up The Bobby Nick Show on rumble.com. And it looks like Wendy has booked me for a show right after this one. So
there you go.
Scott, you coming?
That was for you, Scott. He wants to know if you're coming.
Just a second. I wasn't quite ready for this question.
Oh, wait a minute. He just... I think you just got Scott's answer right there. So thank you, Scott Fitzpatrick, for joining us. And join us here every day because we're going to keep falling down the Tammy rabbit hole because Scott loves his girl, Tammy. So we're going to do that. Rini, maybe this is why Scott ran, because Rini lets us know she's already given us a score update and some of the first games being played, saying the damn Yankees have already scored 1 run. So that's Team Scott, because if the Yankees end up winning 1-0 over the Brewers, then Andrew will be the one shaving tonight. I stopped eating my grilled chicken for a moment. Bob on Perry tonight. Don't miss it. We're going to get into that. Send out Wendy's link, Nightbot. Hey, Bobby Nick, you're a mod here, buddy. I know it's hard to find some of Wendy's link. Do you have one available that you can throw in the chat before I end the show?
Oh, shit.
Poppy is asking for the Nightbot to send the link out. So maybe you can just go whatever page, copy and paste, or whatever live she's got set up. Yeah, he made a safe bet on that one. We'll see tonight, says Rini. So she already let us know that the scores are already happening, folks. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on today. It's spring. Spring is here. Baseball season is upon us. So much to do tonight. Replayables, 10 o'clock. After you watch the Shave Challenge and all that stuff, we're on after all this stuff we've been talking about. So 10 o'clock tonight, once the kiddies are in bed or whatever and things are settling down, and you're like, I'm not ready to go to bed yet. I'm going to smoke. I want to drink. I want to hang out with some friends. You're going to do it tonight on 100 Proof Podcasting Channel. Myself, Chris Abels, and Shawnee, and all the crew. A half hour, we're going to make it a Rumble party. So there's plenty of stuff to do tonight. Bobby Nick with the lounges, No Filter. We got Scott, the Shaving Challenge. You got to see about that. Perry Caravello live with Bob Levy tonight. And then after kind of all that stuff's out the way, you want to show up for Replayables on 100 Proof Podcasting. Bobby Nick just threw the link in the chat right here. It is kind of hard sometimes to find Wendy's links because she's not in everybody's algorithms, and she always comes on different pages. So click on that right there before the show ends if you want to join Bobby, Nick, and Wendy, and they can talk about maybe the latest poop pick that showed up today and who knows what else. Popke says, yay, baseball season. You can't wait to watch the highlights of the World Series final. Yawn. You got it, Pop. Thank you. Thanks for both of you. Thanking Bobby. So I think we'll both take that one. There you go. There's the link that you want right there. Yeah, so thank you, Popkey. This has been a great fun day, great fun Thursday, and we're going to head up. We're going to wrap up the week. We're going to have a banger tomorrow, folks, because this is what we do. We come here every day and create positive vibes. This has been BF Live The Vibe Stream Show 275, Thursday, March 27th. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your shows that you hang out with tonight, and come by every day right here on The Vibe. For Scott Fitzpatrick, for Bobby Nick, and all the chat family, I'm going to say peace and love, and we'll see you the next time we see you right here on The Vibe, folks. It's not bye. It's just bye for now, and we'll see you on down the road. Bye for now, folks. Peace and love.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.